Greetings, Commanders! Welcome to the Season 6 Galactic Battle Finals between ALD and TNB. My name is Melt. I am your host tonight. Wow. We're finally here, and we made it happen on December 27th, just 2 days after Christmas, and a few days before New Year. I'm sure everyone's got family over, and they're super busy, but they found time to come and watch Arc of War, so thanks for being here. Obviously, it's tough. It's tough to be a part of a family and to host events like this. So, unfortunately, I don't know how long we're going to be live streaming tonight. I'm going to go as long as I can. But I do have a bunch of family here. So, I really want to do this, guys. We've been building up to this for 4 months. And we can't just not do it, right? We've got to do it. Woo! It's good to see everyone here tonight. Fire, how's it going? Thanks for moderating chat. Son Goku's here. Hat Blackheim wants you to add him on Christian Mingle. Remember, this is a Christian channel, guys. Keep the curse words down. There are children present sometimes. Sometimes. Okay, Stephen Yoder's here. Good to see you. Andy Lindsay's here. Ooh, subscriber. Look at that. Oh, he's got the melt corn. Look at Andy showing off the melt corn. Okay, tonight, as announced and, mentioned here and there, we have a special guest joining us tonight to help out with this broadcast between TNB and ALD in 9 minutes. 9 minutes. We're kicking this thing off. So that'll give me time to introduce our guest, and hopefully he'll do all the introducing himself. That way I'm not, held to too much truth that I don't know anything about. Anyway, all right. So let's talk about the Galactic Battle. For those of you that are not watching this live with us. Oh, one more thing. I want to check on the chat. I did make some moderations to the chat, so you guys should be up. There it is. Oh, well, I was just going to say, I've made some moderations to the chat, but it looks like they were poorly done, so now the chat is behind the chat box. So let's move that real quick, and we'll get ready for the full thing here. Let's see, editor. All right, and you guys, remember, help me out if I miss anything. There's always a lot going on. Oh, that's the live broadcast. Here we go. All right, chat box frame. Okay, chat box. Maybe I will get rid of that. Let's see. Let's test that. So chat should be working. Go ahead and throw some chat up there. Chat box, chat box. Aussie, you're asking who the guest is. I have not announced it yet. Oh, there we go. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. I hope the chat's not messed up. Why is it not showing correctly? Throw in chat. He's not. Let's see. Am I missing chat? Why is chat not working? Oh, I see what's going on here. Interesting. Chat box frame. Chat's not displaying. So the chat is displaying. It's just back there for some reason. And it's not displaying very long, is it? Thanks for this the share, Craxy Bones. I appreciate that. And then I'm going to see if I can't fix. I really want chat to be a little bit darker. Chat box. Okay. Oh, that's why. I reset it. All right. Is there any way to make the background darker? I'm going to take that up to 37. And font settings, font size. Let's go white font, pure white font. Okay. Let's try that. I see it now. I wish the background was a little bit darker. Background color. And there's an opacity to it I want to get rid of. Well. Chatter maybe? Okay. Well, that's about as good as it's going to be for now. I mean, you can kind of see the chat there. Maybe I'll put it right there. And then we'll invite our guest on. So let's see. We're going to call him on Discord, see if he answers. Here we go. Oh, we also got to make sure the sound is good, guys. The mic has to be good on his side. Are you there?
I'm here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Albatross of the Wind Guild, say hello.
Hi, this is Albatross. I'm from server 888. How are you doing, Mark?
I am wonderful. And I think all we need now is a sound check to make sure your mic's coming through. So, Craxy Bones or Steven, tell me if his mic's coming good and clear. Any second now. And we're doing a super live stream. So, like, I have no text delay, no latency delay. So, as I watch it, it should be almost live within seconds or two. So, all right, sounds good. Everyone's saying hello. Albatross, do you have chat opened up on YouTube?
I've got YouTube streaming, so I can see the chat. I think there's a slight delay, but it should be good.
Okay. All right, so predictions for tonight. First hour of the night, what are your predictions?
I think ALD are going to do what they always do and pot up and just stack the cap. Use those two big Rogers and possibly that Reinhardt now, and yeah, just take it early.
So I'm thinking the same thing. ALD's famous for that. You expect Bingo to definitely go up to that first left or right stronghold and take it with a Rogers, garrison himself with a Rogers or something like that. Yeah, personally, I would love to see that, but we did see in the semifinals last week, ALD kept losing the capital, which really delayed the match into like really a 3-hour match when it should have been maybe an hour and a half. But that was CAD. CAD is a really good guild, and CAD is their rival guild on their server, which is interesting because ALD and CAD are huge rivals that met in the semifinals going into the Season 6 final. TNB, on the other hand, is a collection of the top 3 guilds from their server working together to overthrow ALD. So I'm really excited to see what they can do because ALD's really only got 3 really heavy hitters. Bingo, Sky, and Batman. Do they really stand a chance against TNB's top 6? I don't know.
Well, no one's tested them. Yeah, I mean, last battle was great, but I think Bingo learned pretty quickly to stick that Reinhardt in the cap, and that just meant that Rogers couldn't clear, because that was what they were really struggling with. Rogers was just clearing every time.
Right. So that's
it's gonna be interesting.
So that's a good point. So you bring up the fact that Rogers was being used to clear Rogers, right? So we were talking about this the other day, is that the best way to clear a Rogers, I think the best way is Reinhardt, because you do the most damage, you definitely has a good chance of winning. But what you were saying is that in a Rogers fight, if your opponent, and you can correct me, I'm wrong here at the end here, if your opponent and you and your 2 Rogers go to battle, and it goes to max rounds because they both go immune, whoever has the most troops wins, right?
Yep. Yeah, so you're seeing quite an interesting formation. So there was a guy sending a much smaller Vega, just doing a little bit of damage against the Rogers in the capital, and then you'd see the big Rogers coming in, and yeah, basically whoever wins the battle with Rogers, it's just a case of who has the most units left. Whoever has the most units left wins that battle. So you probably won't kill many troops. You know, Rogers versus Rogers is going to be a long old battle. But if you're just trying to clear a cap, it's the best solution at the moment, I think.
Right.
Reinhardt's interesting, though.
And you lose the least amount of troops along the way, which is great. I mean, it sucks healing troops. And if you can just use Rogers to clear Rogers and only lose 10% of what you'd lose in a Reinhardt fight, it's worth it, right? Because these long, drawn-out fights they do cost some money, cost some speed-ups.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, if you use Reinhardt, you're going to be losing a lot of troops. Okay. And don't get me wrong, you know, at this stage, people don't really care too much about losing the troops, but you know, if you're trying to be conservative, then yeah, I think Rogers is probably still the best way to go.
And I don't remember this stat offhand. You do, I think, a tier 12, 1.6 million leadership march. If your entire army is wiped, what does that cost in speed ups, assuming you're using the Diablo Hall?
Okay, well, for me, and let me just check what I've got on my space station.
That's right, space station helps.
Yeah, so I've got 39% heal speed on my space station. When I lose a full 1.6 million lead tier 12 March per slot, it costs me about 40 days. So
40 days per slot.
That's per slot, yeah. So times that by 6.
240.
Yeah. So
never do math on stream. Never.
Yeah, you're talking 2/3 of the year every time you lose a full March. Which hurts.
That's a lot of speed ups. Now, if you don't spend a lot, getting 240 days of speed ups is very difficult to do. That's a lot of mobilization every week. That's a lot of getting lucky, just gambling, increasing your speed ups. So, you don't want to give away those points if you don't have to. Those speed ups if you don't have to. So we're going to see what they decide to do tonight. Are they going to go with the Rogers take on a stronghold immediately? Is ALD going to let TNB come to them? I doubt it. But we're counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's jump in. Oh, man. One thing I love about doing this for the last 3 seasons is it's so much fun to not do this alone. Because I used to watch these Galactic Battles alone. And I'd sit in the world chat, and I'd be like, "Greetings, Commanders!" And no one knew who I was. And I would save the replays and put them on the channel. And here we are, 2 years later. We have a guest. Oh, whoops, we got to switch over to the... And, yeah, we're doing it with people. So, thanks for joining me. I do appreciate it.
No, thanks for having me.
Look at this. All right, the ships are jumping in. Everyone that is watching the stream live, jump into world chat, say hello. Looks like we already got some messages out there. Oh, it looks like CAD Roll is calling him ALD. Ooh, this is a Christian channel. We can't say that.
A bit harsh.
All right, so we've got... So one thing worth mentioning is because this is a Galactic Battle, this might be the first time anyone's ever watched a live stream, and they may not know how this Galactic Battle works. So I'll run over the rules real quick. Basically, it's the top versus the bottom. The people on the bottom are fog of ward. They have a fog of war to the people on the top. So they can see the bottom. They cannot see their opponent's side. Same for the opponent on top. They can see their side, but they can't see the opponent on the bottom. What's going to happen is every 10 minutes or so, you are going to receive a certain amount of points for the amount of ships you have on your side. So the more ships you have, the more points you get. The higher level the ships, the more points. As a general rule, you do want to have at least 70 or 80 ships if you can, and just want to avoid getting zeroed when your opponents come down to either take your stronghold or massacre your troops to give away points. So massacring your opponent does give points if it's anything more than tier 1 infantry. And I just want to point out, we have our first move. Letter is jumping south. I don't know if this is a great idea. I don't expect him to get anything more than Rangers, but he is setting an aggressive precedent early. And what we do expect is ALD Bingo to take the top left stronghold. And we're getting a lot of lag, by the way, guys. It's not just you. We are getting lag here on the server side. And, ooh, it crashed. We saw that CAD was having success distracting ALD by gold jumping onto their side while they were trying to take CAD's stronghold. So maybe TNB is taking a page out of their book.
I think he's going to 0, to be honest. I think he's just going to try and get some points.
Is that really a good idea this early in the game? You know those players aren't AFK. They're going to move.
I don't know. I mean, ALD is a really big guild. I mean, you've already got someone from ALD up by their stronghold on the top left.
Okay. Do you have vision on it? I'm getting lagged out.
Bingo. Yeah, Bingo's already at the top left stronghold now.
Okay. Bingo top left. That's what we expect.
No, it's a good strategy for getting just some early points. Just hit all the smaller players and just see what you can get.
Yeah, and you would think that no one in their right mind would be foolish enough to enter a Galactic Battle without 10 million Rangers. Who could possibly be foolish enough? But it seems like every season it happens, so...
Yeah. Well, I can't think of any battles I've fought in where I haven't jumped across and at least zeroed someone. And you do it right early in the game, and it just forces the other opponent to have to attack. But with ALD, we know they're going to attack anyway. So, we'll see.
Okay, I'm going to have to restart my game here and see if I can't get some vision. So if you got play-by-play or the first commander, is the first replay out?
Let me see. Yeah, mine's laggy. I'm still in, but yeah, we've got 3 replays.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm guessing Rangers, but we'll have a look.
All right. And Craxy Bones, $5 donation. Thanks, man. All right.
I'm just getting the spinny blue wheel now.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna try and restart Nox. I think.
So we've got Bingo's Vega versus. Oh, that's interesting. Versus your favorite commander, a Bullet, a 1.4 million lead Bullet.
Ooh.
And he strength and weaken, so the awakening is not working, but the tier space is killing him.
Oh, that's right. Terror space ignores strength and weakened.
Here we go. We've got our ghost cannon, but I mean Bingo's gear and research is amazing, so the ghost cannon didn't hit.
Didn't land. That's man. With strength and weakened, it's really hard. Well,
yeah. I mean, but you're talking about a guy who's got plus 50 gear and, you know, absolutely maxed research. I mean, he's got a lot of dodge on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see the plan because TNB definitely wants to play smart, right? They're not going to... Well, I don't know if TNB can overpower ALD. I don't think they can. I've heard that Letter's gear is better, but I don't have the proof. But definitely...
I'd be surprised if it is.
Go ahead.
Probably equal.
Yeah. Yeah,
and I mean, Letter is a big player.
You have 6 guys on TNB. The big 6 are all different guild representatives. They don't want to be the guy that gives away the first big loss. But even if you did give away the big point loss, ALD's MO is always to be the aggressor. They're always the one to take the stronghold and push the action. And although I think it's a very bad strategy from a player like me, I love watching players like them because it brings the action right away. And TNB does have the point lead. So it has begun. TNB has the lead. ALD is taking the left stronghold. 4 minutes in. Rogers, Reinhardt, Plasma, Gilly, Rogers. Huge marches. So what is Bingo garrisoning himself with?
I assume he's Vega from the replays.
Okay, that makes sense. There's Bingo. For those of you that don't know who Bingo is, he is the biggest player in the game. I think there is no one bigger, right?
No, 66 is bigger, but only just. I mean, they're very similar players.
Okay, and he's at 945 million power. I thought he was at 990. Maybe he absorbed a bunch of commanders. I don't know.
Yeah, we have just had the event for that, so yeah, quite possibly.
Yeah. So 945 million power. He is holding it down. He's pushing the left side stronghold. This is what we expect. And honestly, I don't know who my... I know that ALD is the favorite. They're the defending champ. They definitely have the pedigree to win again. They did have some... You know, they fumbled a little bit getting here. But TNB is kind of an underdog up-and-comer. But they definitely have the lineup to win this game. So deep down, who's your favorite? Who's your favorite?
I think it still has to be ALD personally, but I hope TNB can do well. I mean, it'd be good that it will be a difficult final for ALD, but I just think they've got so many big commanders, even just Bingo and Sky alone, let alone all the other players. I just think they're going to power through.
Okay, I mean, I've been talking to some of the TNB guys. Deep down, because the TNB guys actually talk to me, I want them to win. I'm a little biased in my coverage.
There's a few ALD players that speak to you.
They do. Okay, Carl, shout out to Carl. He'll talk to me. But none of the big dogs. But you lost from TNB. Well, that server, he talks to me, so I like him.
But look in the cap now. I mean, you've got a pretty decent setup. You've got a Rogers protected immediately by a Reinhardt. So yeah, you could clear that Rogers with a Rogers, but you're going to hit that Reinhardt straight away. And here's the interesting thing with Reinhardt. He is a rubbish commander against other normal commanders. Like, against Rogers, he's amazing, but you stick a Vega against him, he's going to lose every time.
Every time, yeah. And it's going to be pretty one-sided.
Commanders, which slows you down. And that 10 seconds where you're switching commanders gives them a chance to just stack the cap with a few more big guys, get that Rogers or get that Reinhardt back in the cap. And that's the strategy I think that ALD are going to employ.
Let's see. I'm going to catch a replay here. What's the best one to watch? Third one, fourth one down? Ooh. I have the roster here. Did you get the roster I sent over?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Okay, so Sky's got that one in front.
I just typically picked a bullet versus bullet replay, which is not so exciting.
Okay, let's see. Sky versus Letter. Let's try this one. Third one down, Sky versus Letter. And don't forget, guys, if you donate just one deluxe ship or one small ship, you get your free magazines. Always worth doing, although admittedly not a big deal anymore.
That's a good replay.
Oh, Reinhardt versus Vega. Yeah, this is going to be...
Yeah, it's not a full March Vega either.
Yeah. He's just going to do quite a bit of damage, and then he's just going to lose, which is great. That's probably how TNB got... Ooh, wait a minute. TNB has the point lead, so maybe Vega loses more than Reinhardt here. Could get lucky. But see, Gemini and Breakdown are working together now. So if he triggers a Gemini Breakdown on Vega, if Vega triggers on Reinhardt, yeah.
Breakdown hits so damn hard.
Yeah, especially on tier 12.
I mean, and Reinhardt's a decent commander, but just against that, he just doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah. No one does, right? I mean, so good. But I'm amazed how much airships are dodging in tier 12. It's so bizarre.
Well, if you think about it though, with the advanced research, so they're getting 150% dodge from advanced dodge, and then plus another well, I don't even know what I haven't got there yet. What hyperspace maxes out? I assume 100%. It might be 150% for all stats. So that's potentially an extra 300% dodge.
Ooh.
Just from advanced research.
Yeah, and you're seeing it. You see it a lot. People are just missing. Where the guaranteed hit commanders are really making a play. Oh, that was a big hit. I just missed it. Oh, that heal though, man. Reinhardt's heal is no joke. Oh, that double heal. In the Libra proc. Oh, it must have been a Gemini breakdown. I didn't catch it, but damn, that was a big hit. All right, I'll go fast.
No, I mean the heal is very impressive. I mean,
Vega won that.
Vega won, yeah.
Oh my.
And that's the thing, Vega just hits so hard.
Yeah.
And we're talking about, I mean, two guys here who probably both got maxed out research, potentially both got maxed out gear, so pretty good matchup, really.
Yeah, if they didn't have maxed out gear last week, they've got it this week during the Christmas event.
I think Bingo had it last week.
I think Bingo had it last season.
Vega beat a Rogers, I mean, and that is unheard of. Like a straight up fight. I mean, I main Vega, and I can do a lot of damage to a Roger, but there's no way in a straight up fight I'm going to beat one.
Well, and he did it, I think, his second turn, too. It wasn't even first turn.
Yeah. Very impressive.
Oh, man. All right, so it looks like Sky's Rogers is still holding. Bingo's Reinhardt is right behind him. Is that right? Yeah, okay, good. Bingo's Reinhardt's right behind him. Cormier with the plasma just sitting there, just having a little fun. Gilly's there, tier 11 Gilly, not a bad choice. Just definitely going to be able to score some points here.
They're just delaying comms. They're just all they're there is just to create time for them to get the Rogers back in.
Right, and they're not overdoing it. You're not seeing too many weenies, and the weenies they are putting in there can actually trade and do some damage. So that's good, because ALD has been known to get locked out of strongholds before. So. For anyone that doesn't know, if you lose 60 out of 75 battles, you get locked out of attacking a stronghold for 15 minutes. So you don't want to use too many weenies in between each major march, but you do want to have some weenies to buy your main ship's time to reset their armies and refill that garrison. So that's what we're talking about here. Do we have anyone missing tonight? Is everyone here?
Is that Batman, that other Rogers?
Let's see.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah,
I'm certain that ALD's 3. That's the thing is when I look at this lineup to myself, I'm thinking it's really like 3 on 6 because I know Viper, ULOS, and the top 4 of TNB are gonna fight. As far as like ALD's top 3, they're definitely good for a fight. Bingo, Sky, Batman, but Whisper, why not? 77, they'll make an appearance, but they're not sitting on. Say again.
I've seen Whisper.
Yeah, he's definitely a name. He's in there, but I don't know if he's got that stopping power like the other 3.
No, I don't think his combos are quite as big.
I guess what it really.
I could be wrong.
Yeah. People are watching the Stronghold. Watch it melt. Focus. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I do like to watch the Stronghold. Looks like there's a clear going on. All right, Rogers has been popped. Letters Vega is making a move. Letters Vega's going to crush that Reinhardt. He probably is going to lose that fight, though. Any second now, and clear. Yeah, so Reinhardt did win the fight.
Yeah, but he didn't send the full march with Vega, which he needed to do, really.
Yeah. They're still playing a little conservative, which I don't blame them. And, the other question we haven't really asked is TNB going to go for it? I don't know.
It's a tough one. I mean, and here's the thing. I mean, there's a pride issue, obviously, of winning, but the rewards for winning compared to coming second are not that great. I mean, I think it's an extra soul stone.
Right.
And are you willing to pay all that money just for one extra soul stone?
Right. But then you start asking yourself, are these guys really the kind of guys that worry about spending that kind of money?
Yeah.
just to be pictured in the question, just to have gotten there in the first place means that money doesn't seem to be practical spending of money isn't really something they concern themselves with. They wanted to get to the Super Bowl. They're here. They're not going to bench anyone. I don't know. TNB on the other hand,
we've got another full. He's only put 2 slots, but another 1.6 million Vega just attacking the cap now.
Okay, I see.
He has not done so well against the Rogers. Oh, wait, no, sorry. The battle's not happened yet. Here we go.
Not yet. He did. Well, he made it to that Rogers.
He did minimal damage.
And the reset happened. Sky's Rogers is back in.
Yep. I mean, that's it. It's just a delaying tactic. As long as you can keep sending your Rogers, And I really like that Rogers with the Reinhardt directly behind it. I mean, that was really clever.
Yeah, exactly. It was a good setup. It kind of forced them to send serious marches.
But here's the downside. I mean, like, he's having to protect himself with his, I assume his Vega. That's the replays we've seen. If someone sends a full Rogers in there, I mean, that Vega is not gonna. It's gonna do damage, but it's not gonna win.
That's right. They will be able to pop him if they need to, which at the time they currently don't need to. But when they get close.
That said, I mean, how long does it take him to go, oh, I've been popped, and then just port the 10 paces back up again?
Right. And if you look at the score, it looks like ALD actually has the point lead, and they're still pushing the action.
Yeah.
That's a bad omen, guys. If you are the defending team, and you have the option to countermarch everything your attackers are sending at you, and they're still beating you in points, that is a bad sign. But we've seen ALD lead before in points against CAD, and CAD continue to clear them. The question, though, is what's going to happen tonight? As I say that, I get kicked off the server.
Yeah, I had the same.
We have 167 spectators in the live event. Oh, down to 96. Oh, they probably got pushed off. I was going to say, that's the most I've ever seen in a live event for Champion TV. 96. And 58 in the live stream view, so we're getting up there. 15 minutes in. Looks like ALD still holding the point lead and the left stronghold. Bingo is holding his ground, and plenty of arrows going to him. It's just a matter of when is TNB going to commit full marches? I haven't seen them commit full marches.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Letta has full marches, so I'm really surprised he's not sending his Rogers in. I mean, Batman's Rogers is easy to kill now if you sent a full march.
Yeah, you can see right now Batman Rogers is there. And he's damaged.
Oh, no, he sent a full Reinhardt. Interesting.
Okay, there it is.
He must be watching your videos.
Yeah, there was a... Oh, let me see. Oh, I wonder, does Letter have Reinhardt?
Yeah, full march.
He must have just gotten him. Wow. You shouldn't be watching my videos. I'm not always right. This could go... Oh, he did clear. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give you, Reinhardt does kill Rogers. He can do that. He's great, but he's not a great commander for other things.
Right.
He's a one-trick pony.
Which is why I've never liked Gilly. I think Gilly's a cool commander. She definitely is like great against Stella and Plasma and anyone who doesn't have a guaranteed hit because she disables gems. But in a long fight, I don't love Gilly. So
I never used to like Gilly until I started having to fight them on my server, and that Gilly can punch pretty hard.
She can. And
tier 12 though, maybe a slightly different aspect to the game now.
The thing about Gilly is in a low, small econ fight where you're just sending one troop at a time for capitals, Gilly's amazing. It forces your opponent to actually send a proper counter or a large army. But
oh yeah, I was certainly having to think a lot about using Hoodoo and the correct setups to kill her.
Yeah, Hoodoo, no guaranteed hit.
Well, no, but you put enough accuracy gear on, and yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's interesting. So, and here's something I really don't like: is look how much they've got stacked up. I mean, they've got like Bullet, Plasma. This is with tier 1. Another Bullet, then the Vega. I'm really not a fan of like mass stacking lots of different commanders to attack because it delays people like Letta from re-attacking.
Right.
So like he might want to just kill that Rogers now, but he can't because he's now got probably about a 60-second delay caused by his own people. Exactly.
And it also gives ALD some wins back, so they can keep sending more weenies so it doesn't lock out.
But like, what are these bullets going to achieve?
Right.
Like points are pretty, like they're important, but they're pretty irrelevant at this stage because all you want to do is clear the cap.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's nice to help out your bosses, do some damage, chip in where you can, but this is not productive. This Reinhardt's not productive.
It's frustrating for the other team because you're like, well, I want to be useful. I mean, especially this guy's got a 1.4 million bullet. I mean, he's like, come on, use me.
He wants a piece of the action. I know how it goes.
Like, I am the Chinese version of Melt. Use me. But it's just not against the Rogerses. Yeah, it'll get you some points, but it's not going to benefit you really.
So okay. So here's what's kind of going on in my mind. ALD definitely come into play. They're definitely going to spend. They're definitely going to try and buy this win. That's what ALD does. They've always done it. I have no reason to think otherwise. However, T&B doesn't really they're not really showing us what their plan is. It's not like they're sitting around doing nothing. They're still kind of attacking. They're feeling each other out. T&B doesn't need to clear ALD right now. They've got 40 minutes to clear them. So
well, this is true, but like, if you can prove to the other team that you can clear them, it's a big shot across the bows. It makes them think, oh, damn, maybe this strategy isn't the best strategy. But we've seen that last battle with ALD, and ALD just thought, oh, you know what, we'll just do the same again, but I'll stick Reinhardt in. Bingo's way of thinking, I'll just stick Reinhardt in as well, and it worked for him.
Yeah, okay, I just picked up a replay between You Lost and Sky. It's a Gilly versus Vega. A little bit of fractured armies here. Oh, Vega just crushed him.
Yeah, that's not a big Gilly though. That's a pretty small Gilly.
But why did he share a losing replay? I'm guessing he wins. No, he definitely does not win. Oof. I wonder how this happened. This is a weird march to send. Was this Garrison? This must have been Garrison.
This must be against the Garrison, yeah. I mean, Gilly's done some damage there, but I think she's given away a lot of points.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, breakdown.
That could kill that slot.
Oh.
Oh god. I mean that really didn't do a lot of damage, did it?
Yeah, not the best march there. I'm not sure what You Lost was trying to. Maybe it was fun to feel him out. Oh, there's Serenity in the world chat. Sorry, let me get caught up on chat here too. There's so much going on. First 20 minutes always are, guys. Let's see. Joker Bones wants to know, Albatross, when are you going to bear his children? Kissy face. Is that a server friend or just a fan?
Yeah, he's one of my close friends.
Oh, good man. Suave. We got Suave in the chat. How you doing, Suave? Welcome back. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Everyone knows Suave Gaming. If you don't already, subscribe to his channel. He's putting out some new content. Suave holds the record for the most monsters ever killed in a Christmas event, I think. He got like 400 stacks of 1.2 million food and parts. That was absurd. I don't know if that's true, but he did that one time. I was amazed. Let's see. I got Fat Cat in the chat. What's going on, Fat Cat? Nice fart emojis. We haven't, you know what we didn't do this season? We didn't do a emoji call sign. First season we did one. Second season we did one. Last season we were doing whale farts, or was that season 4? I don't know. I feel like this season we just haven't picked any emojis out. Okay, I picked up a funny replay. I got a tier 8 Plasma, A class. Very classy.
Oh, it's definitely going to win. Oh, come on, Plasma.
I think he's doing pretty good, though. He's definitely scoring. Oh,
like, you do think, like, especially people that put that sort of stuff in a capital, why don't you just put Rangers? I mean, why even waste healing the tier 8?
I don't know. So you just got to be a part of it, I guess, you know?
Did he just kill one unit there?
Oh, gosh. I didn't rewind. I thought he did. I saw a lot of screen shaking going on. I figured he got some more troops there. Oh, man.
I don't think he killed many.
Planet 880, Ridiculous Badger. Look him up, Mel. Good guy. Also does it. Is that Nicholas Baker? Is that you, Ridiculous Badger? I hope your legal name isn't Nicholas Baker. You got to change your YouTube name. But yeah, Ridiculous Badger is great, guys. If you want to get a little more character action in Ark of War and just more content, check out Ridiculous Badger. He's been around for a long time, big member of the community, runs the Discord, and he's just generally all-around good guy, very helpful. Big shout-out to him as well. And I got Crouton Bomb. Oh, we got all the major players this season. Where's Gwyn at? Gwyn's in here? Joker, Alba can't have your babies, as he's already having mine. Wow. I hope you're a potent man, because you got a lot of donors looking for support.
Apparently.
Let's see. Anubis is here. Hello, Anubis. So, ALD's army is in full force. Definitely both left and right strongholds. We got good attendance here. Not their best attendance. Honestly, not.
Well, here's what surprises me, though. So, like, if you look in the capital at the moment, that Reinhardt's taken a lot of damage, and it's lost slot 1. The other slots are pretty bad. Why is he leaving it there? Like, unless you literally just don't care about healing troops, you would pull that and refresh it.
Okay, let's find out why he's doing that. Let's see. That is Bingo.
Yeah, that is bingo.
And
yeah.
he's probably dealing with stuff on his ship.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean,
Yeah.
I think you've hit the nail on the head, and it's bingo. He probably just doesn't care about speed ups.
Yeah, he's just
I mean,
he's busy.
he probably bought so many packs during the Thanksgiving event that he's probably got hundreds and hundreds of years of speed ups on his arc.
And, you know, bless him for keeping our servers open for the next few months by himself. Thank you, Bingo. Much appreciated. Someone's got to support this game financially.
I don't get why he's using the Gabrielle hole, though. That confuses me slightly.
Speed healing for his troops.
Yeah, I guess, but like you'd think you'd go for the battle hole over the healing hole.
Yeah, you would think so. But let me ask you this. Once you have tier 12 with his gear and his research, does the extra 20% defense from Apocalypse really make a difference?
Probably not, but I don't know. I'm a stickler for making sure I've got the right hull on.
Right. But he's also getting a lot of bonus HP from that Gabriel Hall, too. I mean, it's not...
Well, you're right. Actually, I didn't consider the HP aspect. With the tier space skill, HP is very important now.
Definitely. With tier space, that's true. And you know he's healing troops like crazy. And just the idea of using the Gabriel hold for soldier heal speed kind of seems like, why would he be trying to be economical with his soldier heals if you're already healing, you know, 2/3 of a year per army march anyway? Are you really trying to save? I guess you're probably trying to.
Unless he's just trying to counter Vega. I mean, Vega obviously breaks down defense, but it can't break down HP. So maybe he's just trying to get that extra HP.
Yeah,
out
sure.
Maybe.
He's probably going to watch this one. He's not going to watch this one day. He's probably sitting there like, I forgot. I meant to do the other hall. Like, you're reading into it too much.
That would be hilarious if he literally was, sorry, put the wrong hole.
Oh, jeez. All right, so it looks like he still hasn't been popped. Bingo has just been sitting there taking the hits. Man, that is a lot of ships coming back and forth. Look at all those ships. And scouts. Good God, that's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, some might be rallies as well, though, remember.
Right, definitely 5-minute rallies for bullets to just pick away at them with Ghost Cannon. That's, you know, if you're that's the other thing, guys. You see these big players going off their big old armies and massive gear and all that. They're definitely the ones that the spotlights are on. But there is the unseen heroes, and those are the guys in the guild that aren't the big guys. The other 90% of us that are just setting the 5-minute rally, joining the rally with bullets and just 1 or 2 slots of rangers and just picking away,
Yep.
getting points, scoring points for the team, hurting your enemies. And you can do that rally over and over because attacking in a rally doesn't injure your commander, but defending a rally does. So
yeah, and I'm not a big fan of the way the game works like that. But if you're the attacker, you do have a massive advantage.
Sure.
And you can get first strike as well. I mean, if you are in a rally, the rules of who has first strike and stuff change. So that bullet might well get some points just because he's got first strike.
Certainly. Definitely gets to do something. He's not useless. Someone has reminded me that I'm very close to 100 million power, so I'm going to try and burn some speed ups real quick and see if I can't get 100 million. How close am I? Oh, man.
How many Yeti away are you?
I'm sorry?
How many Yeti away are you?
Yeti? Yeah, right. I pumped my bullet up to 400k. And
oh, wow.
And I lost like 100,000 power. No, I'm not 100,000, excuse me. I lost a good million, just a solid million.
Yeah.
So I got 400,000 or so to go. But, you know, with this new time and space war, burning energy to just build Yetis or Rangers or whatever, it's fantastic.
Not as good as last time, though. Like, the rewards last time gave loads of food and parts. This time, it's not quite as good, I don't think.
For the time and space war?
Oh, sorry, I was talking about the what's it called? The Master of Time, whatever.
Oh, right.
Time Mastery, that's it.
Hey,
where you beat ups and you get bonuses for it.
Yeah, so the second part of the Christmas event is giving us a second sleigh or a sleigh engine.
That's worth it, yeah.
Man, if the Takeda skin comes along and it costs 3 engines, I'm gonna have 2. I might be able to get it. Super excited about that.
I don't know. I really like that you can get the 180 day speed up just for 1 engine. I think that's really good.
180 day speed up for 1 engine. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of speed ups. I mean, that would definitely help me in Galactic Battle.
Sure. Yeah, it's a full heal. Almost,
yeah.
Almost.
I try not to lose full marches if I can help it.
All right, I'm artificially stacking my Yeti power as we go through this. God, you know, as much as I don't like this meta energy from the Time and Space War, it's not that useless. I mean,
it's useful just to burn through for healing and for building troops.
Yeah, I'm glad they added it. It was definitely the best patch we've had in a long time. It is still more micro games, just more things to spend time playing the game, but I guess that's what we want. So.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's bad.
All right, here we go. Let's get the mop up. 200 stages. Let me get a quantized ship. Oh, a tier 9 quantized ship right at the top of the list.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, another one. Tier 8 quantized. Nice. I don't even care what they cost. I just buy them. I don't even need them. I don't know why. Yeah, once you get all your ships to level 6, it's like, it's a big step to go to level 7, and it's not a big payoff. But we'll address that later. There's a quantized upgrade. What is it? It looks like we got a tier 3 Dominion ship. I'll throw that away.
Yeah. No one wants a Dominion ship.
No. I was hoping there'd be like secret stats kind of built into the ships that you'd find later, but no, not yet.
No, they've kept it nice and simple. I mean, I'm sure things will change in time. But it very much seems like the strategy is get your 6 Apocalypse, get your 6 Diablos, and then just keep swapping them for each other.
Ooh. Just got a level 8 Diablo. Alright. Let's jump back into the Galactic Battle. What's the timer looking like? Oh, 30 minutes?
Yeah, about 30 minutes now left on the capital.
Okay. I forgot what I was doing. Oh, yeah, we were doing speed ups. I was supposed to do a speed up. What was I doing? Oh, jeez. Jaden's asking Melt, who is the biggest guy? Are you talking the biggest guy in the entire game or the biggest guy right now? We talked about that earlier. Albatross said it's 66. I believe that. Or Bingo.
Yeah, no, 66 is about 100 million power more than Bingo.
100 million power more. Jeez. And, he should have. I mean, he shouldn't have. I was going to say he should have won his battle, but realistically, he just got outplayed.
66 is an interesting position. So he is massive. I mean, he's got God knows how many maxed out comms, probably 6 or 7. He's obviously got research. He's a really good player, but he's got no one else in his guild who's big. Whereas Bingo has got Sky and Batman. And just having that extra backup just gives you so many more options.
Right. Yeah, and that's what we witnessed. Just not enough help.
Yeah, like if he'd had just one more person with a maxed out Rogers, he probably could have won. But yeah, just doing it yourself. And I've been there. I've been there in Galactic Battles where I'm the only strong person, and it's hard. You're really just fighting non-stop, and you could just do with that one extra person just to give you that bit of time in the stronghold, just to send another commander in. It makes a massive difference. Oh, look at you with an engine.
I know. I was kind of sneaking that in the background. I got the second engine, boys. We're 2 out of 3 until we get that Takeda skin. Fat Cat is saying that Bingo may have gotten popped. Let's go check the score real quick, and then we'll check Bingo. I've got a score of 1.5 billion to 1.2 billion. So TMB does have the point lead, as expected, as they are the defender. ALD still going to be attacking that left side stronghold, but I can't see it.
Someone's flying over Bingo at the moment, so I assume he's still there. I'm still seeing his arc there, but I can't click on him.
Huh?
They're actually being quite clever. They're flying over the capital. Oh no, I think Bingo has been popped.
I do see. Okay, we still have troops there.
They are flying over the capital so that they can't send new troops to it. That is really clever.
28 minutes left. It looks like we have a clear attempting. Someone is attempting a clear. It looks like Moon and Letter are trying to clear. Moon's going with the Reinhardt. Is that Moon?
I think that is.
That's Moon.
Yep.
And he's got to get out of. Carl's got to get out of his way. Asgard and 2 plasmas. 40 seconds remain.
But this is really clever. They've blocked off all access to the capital, and they're flying over it. So it's really odd. I think the gap's open now, but it's a really clever strategy, flying over the stronghold so that you can't click on it to send new troops.
Yeah, popped it, and they hid all vision of it. And there's really no way to speed move your ship through there. So you basically just got to jump next to it, speed march, knock him, speed march, knock him, speed march, knock him, and you're running out of time, ALD. You have 1 commander left. Reinhardt with the full clear at 33 minutes. Cleared.
Oh, amazing.
Wow.
What a great strategy.
Wow. So
But that's the danger. I mean, he was protecting himself with that Vega. Vega can be killed by Rogers pretty easily.
yeah. Wow. So wow, that's the most effective flyover cloud shroud.
That was brilliant.
Really, yeah, it was great. Absolutely well executed as well. They had everyone clearing up, filling all the spaces, and then I imagine ALD didn't take it, without a fight. I'm sure they were goal jumping in there trying to clear, but just not fast enough. Absolutely.
I think someone just ported Bingo again. He just ported back up, and it was Letter. Yeah, Letter just popped him again.
Oh my God, we have our first clear with 27 minutes left. It's almost like they wanted to just try it out.
No, go to the right-hand side now. There's loads of ALD players moving up.
Okay. TNB does have just a couple weenies there. Uh-oh. ALD is feeling the pressure. No doubt about it. I mean, okay, so here's what Bingo did wrong. You got to garrison yourself with Rogers. I know. Letter now has a Reinhardt, and you're going to take some serious losses. Eventually, even if he was garrisoning himself with Rogers, Reinhardt can beat him. So, how do you counter Reinhardt? Well, Vega's fine. You could just do Vega to garrison yourself, but if they send Rogers on you... Bottom line is, if you're garrisoning yourself with Rogers or Reinhardt or Vega, all of your opponents have to do, all you need is either Letter and Moon to send their Rogers and Reinhardt, and you're getting popped. So he's not unbreakable anymore. If they send him at the same time or send him in the same rally, he's going to get popped.
And what they're going to have to do is what most guilds have to do. We're not, most people aren't strong enough just to self-garrison. Is just keep getting people warped up there. I mean, you put 10, 12, 20 people around the capital, TMB can pop them all day long, but they'll never break the vision, if that makes sense.
Yeah, when it comes down to the last 30 minutes there, ALD should have taken 2 big ships and just started clearing everyone on the left-hand side.
Yeah. And that's the other strategy. Yeah, just having someone just porting around, just zeroing everyone they can, and just causing chaos, distracting away. But that works on both sides. I mean, TMB could do the same.
Yeah. They can, and they need to. At this point, there's 60 other ships that are just sitting back there shooting arrows back and forth. Get in the fight. I mean, really get it. Not just rallies anymore. You realize what's at stake. Your big spenders are spending not hundreds, thousands of dollars an hour here. So you've got to get there and support them. That means goal jumping, Get in there, knock ships around, scare people, take their attention off the strategy and make them worry about themselves, make them worry about getting zeroed. Don't let them watch the strongholds. Don't let them see what's being swapped out. Don't let them join the rallies, and really just keep the pressure on. There's 60 other ships, boys. Time to get in the fight. And I got to admit, man, we've never needed this kind of participation. Usually a guy like Bingo can just sit by the stronghold, got his Rogers garrison. No matter what they send at him, he just takes it in stride. But right now, he can't do that. I think he's outnumbered 2-1 by big players, and he doesn't have the army support he needs to clear the battlefield and keep the vision. It's gonna be a long night.
TMB have got the score now. It's not a big score difference, but they've slightly got the lead score-wise.
Yeah. So TMB is back in the lead, which they should be, because they're the defenders. And they've cleared ALD, which is just reminiscent of last week.
I think Bingo just got popped again.
Oh, you do not want to be Bingo right now. You get real frustrated when this kind of stuff happens. Oh, no.
He just needs to be smart. I mean, if him and Sky garrisoned with a Rogers and a Vega, and they kept making sure that the troops were refreshed, that would be pretty difficult to pop.
Yeah, it would be. It's really hard. But man, keeping that up, keeping those armies up every 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
For minute after minute, for a half hour straight.
Especially if you're garrisoning someone else's arc. So say Sky was garrisoning Bingo. I mean, you'd have to pull your troops back, speed heal them, reinforce them again. I mean, you'd have to be really quick to keep doing that.
And there's windows in between that where they could get popped. So, oh man.
But then do what the rest of us have to do. Just keep getting people ported up there to keep vision around it.
Yeah.
Keep causing chaos. Just make sure you've got so many people around the capital that they can pop everyone. It doesn't matter. You'll just keep jumping back up there. It just takes one person being there, and you can jump next to them.
All right, let's see what we got. What's our best replay so far? Let's see. I'll see. I'm going to put the most recent one up. I've got Letter versus Bingo. No. Letter versus Sky. Rogers Reinhardt, 1.6, 1.6. All right, stream. What do you think? What do you guys? If you've already seen this, no cheating. What do you guys think? What do you think? Reinhardt on the left for letter or Rogers on the right for bingo? Now let's assume. I'm sorry, for Sky, not bingo. Let's assume that Letter took my advice and did the Reinhardt counter to Rogers. Let's say he did it. That way, if he fails, I'm the failure. Is that bingo? That is bingo, not Sky. Sorry. So the two big dogs, Letter and bingo, Reinhardt, Rogers, the counter to Rogers. Letter should win this if I was right. I'm hoping Reinhardt wins, but I know what Rogers can do. What do you think, Alba? Do you know the answer? Did you see this already?
I've not watched it, but my money is on Reinhardt.
Well, one thing's for sure. I think both of them are losing at least half their army.
Yeah. And that's the thing with Reinhardt. You know, even if you do beat Rogers, you are going to lose a lot of troops.
Right. It's never one-sided. You have to take a beating to keep it going.
Could you imagine using that on a server? I mean, it would just be untenable.
Oh, yeah. Not fun. It's honestly unthinkable. Just healing 100 tier 12. Oh, no. But look at these shots. Rogers is doing no damage. Oh, there's the tear space. I always forget about that. All right, I'm going to fast forward it. Looks like, I don't know. I think Reinhardt's going to win. Rogers is going to lose in slots 1 and 4. Oh! Well, I was wrong. It was 2 and 5. Reinhardt did win, though, pretty handedly. Wow. That was like 6 to 1, 5 to 1.
Yeah, that's his one-trick pony move, isn't it? Is beating Rogers.
Yep, Reinhardt. And well, what was the Elf versus Reinhardt replay? I don't know. Elf heals too much. Reinhardt needs more damage.
That Elf replay was fantastic.
Yeah, that was a big one.
And I've never been a big fan of Elf, but you know what? After seeing that replay, I've got a lot more respect for Elf now.
Oh man, her heals are scary. Scary how much she heals.
I just don't think enough people use her for me to have seen enough replays.
Right. Well, I mean, who mains walkers? And if they do, they main hoodoo, right?
Yeah. Although that said, I mean, I fought a guy in my last Galactic battle that mained hoodoo, and my Vega just ate him. I mean, like, it's very difficult maining walkers.
Oh, and well, of course, right? Because the meta for airships is so strong. Vega, Rogers, now Reinhardt. If you want to counter Rogers, it's not an infantry commander. It's a freaking airship commander.
But it should be. I mean, it should be Stella, but she just doesn't hit hard enough with tier 12.
Right. And then they dump Elixir on us as if like Elixir was going to be like a better version of Stella. And I got all excited. I was doing all this math like based on her triple strike. And I was like, it's it. It's official. Stella's been replaced. And then I was like, wait a minute. This isn't a triple strike. This is a double strike.
We were actually talking about her in my guild today, and people were like, should I replace one of my commanders with her? And I'm like, you know what? She'd be a good farmer, but if you've already got X or you've got Stella, just keep them. It's not worth putting the skills, investing the resources in the skills of a new commander that is just going to be a farmer.
Yeah, and the final math is at the end of the day, Stella is about 20% better than Elixir.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's more consistent in her trigger procs, but Stella gets more attacks. And in 1,000 fights, Stella would do 20% more damage. Simple as that.
That said, I mean, we have seen the devs will change commanders slightly, so maybe they'll get wind of the fact that they've, not done so well with this one and maybe increase the skill.
Sure, and I think definitely that needs to happen, right? I mean, it has to happen, right? They can't keep adding more and more and more commanders. It's easier just to take the commanders you got and alter their skill percents. I've been pretty disappointed in a couple of them. I mean, Lady and Beast and King, I mean, those were never going to be main commanders, even if their skills were 100%. You don't build a commander around hoping someone dodges you. I mean, maybe now, since Tier 12 dodges everything, but I don't know. Okay, Reinhardt destroyed him. Everyone in chat was pretty much right, except for Nick. Oh, that was you, Ridiculous Badger? Ridiculous Badger got it wrong? Come on, Badge.
Oh, Badger.
Come on. God. Over here plugging his channel, getting the wrong one. Everyone else is saying Reinhardt. Jeez.
There's some interesting stuff going on right at the top now.
Okay.
They're right next to the fortress at the top, ALD.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah.
Wow. They've I don't get it. What if you can't take one of the strongholds, why would you go for the fortress? And I feel bad for Batman because he can't fill full slots.
Something's going on here, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. Why?
I just think ALD are panicking a bit, and they're like, well, let's try for the top and see what happens.
Well, the thing about the top is that they've got to hold it for 2 hours.
I mean, it's really not a good strategy. You should really try and take a stronghold,
Right.
unless you're so strong that it just doesn't matter. Which, on a normal battle with ALD, probably is the case, but
Right.
not today. Like that, they've the only thing that they won't be able to do with the fortresses, maybe what ALD are thinking, is they won't be able to block vision. They won't be able to fly over it to block it, because you obviously can't fly right at the top of the map.
That's true. I mean, it would take a lot more.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's what they're thinking. Maybe they're thinking, how can we stop them from flying over the stronghold and stopping us getting the vision?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. All right, maybe they're finding a way. Okay, let's see if they can do it. They can't do the same thing. It's a much bigger structure, sure. But the thing about attacking a stronghold is that it's an hour. An hour doesn't seem like a long time, but in this fight, when it's just 2 or 3 guys in the big armies, it is a long time, and things happen fast. But whenever you do take the left-hand side stronghold, you now get vision of the middle base. And if you really struggle to take the left stronghold, that means they can probably clear you with a crafty march or a crafty setup. So going for the main base after the left stronghold is typically a good idea, because if you could take the stronghold, you can take the base, but sometimes it's not. And that's what we learned last week when ALD fought CAD, was that CAD was basically hiding out in the fog of war, still attacking their stronghold, defending their stronghold, and punishing ALD. And then ALD said, well, screw this. Let's just take the other stronghold. That only takes an hour. And then once that's revealed, we just clear the field. But ALD, in a surprise upset or a surprise move, has decided, screw the strongholds. We're just going straight for the main base.
Yeah, which is great if you're against a weaker opponent. But here's something to consider. So it takes 2 hours to take the fortress. It only takes an hour each for each stronghold. So you're talking about the same amount of time, but you can have vision over the whole map. So it's an easier to take an hour capital than it is for a 2 hour capital.
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, it's a much better strategy, but TNB have been pretty clever about flying over and making sure they haven't got vision of the stronghold. So that's the only reason I could possibly think that they would go for the fortress.
Yeah, maybe ALD saying, after what they just did so successfully, for us to do the same thing and expect a different outcome, especially after they're invigorated on the successful defense, there's no point. Let's just go for the stronghold, see what kind of strategy they have for that. Okay, Exostalker's yelling at me. Bad Apple's yelling at me. Use a member call. What is a member call? I don't know what a member call is. Oh, wow. That's a great idea. That's what he's saying. Use a member call. Why have everyone gold jump up when you could just use the member jump?
Okay,
remember?
I've seen people use them after galactic battles. I'm not sure if it works in the battle or not. I haven't tried it.
Oh, it does. Oh, wait a minute.
It's clever.
I think it ports you randomly. I don't think it pulls you next to them.
Yeah, I've never seen it used in a battle before, but like certainly after a battle, someone's ported next to the our fortress and then used it to get everyone back there, which is handy.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's the problem with member call in Galactic Battle. If you don't have vision of the square you're porting to, it.
Bingo just popped letter, which was quite funny.
Ooh. I'm over here maintaining my ship on accident. I get caught doing that. Sorry, guys. Sorry. All right, back to the action. All right, let's see where we're at. TNB still has the lead by about 2 billion, or oh god, they need commas. Can we get some commas? Maybe 200 million. I don't know. It's a lot. Actually, it really isn't. We're only in the billions, 2 billions. This game can easily go to the 100 billions. We're still at the very beginning. Oh god, there's so much lag.
Yeah. I mean, I've noticed that very much recently. Since they started making the all the event monsters spawn every 4 hours, I've noticed the lag on the servers has been really bad.
Yeah, last week the lag was bad. This week lag's bad. I mean,
a lot of servers had merges recently as well. So you've got twice as many people, if not 3 times as many people, plus more event monsters. Yeah, it's the servers just can't handle it.
Yeah, more players as well. And then, of course, this isn't the game's fault. They don't host their own servers. I'm pretty sure these are hosted by Google. So I don't know that for
They need
sure.
to pay Google more money.
Yeah, if you guys got to give Google more money and they'll increase the bandwidth. I mean, look at this. Okay, so we're still holding the stronghold here. Definitely some good weenie marches in there. Got to be careful. Not too many weenies. You don't want too many weenies in there. And ALD is clearing.
Oh, I
So,
like it. So basically, he's got someone that keeps porting next to the letter,
mm-hmm.
and then yeah, bingo, just speed hits him.
Beautiful. Okay.
So I mean, that's actually I've had that strategy used on me before, where they realized I was the only one that could clear the capital, and yeah, they just kept porting next to me. It was really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what he seems to be doing with Letter at the moment. Is just trying to target him because he is the only person that can clear.
Well, this player that just jumped up, he should be going next to Letter, and he's not.
He is, I think. I think he's just trying to get to what.
He's
So what
locked
TNB
in.
are doing is they're all moving up in that same place, which is blocking off the area around Letter.
Right. I do see a revealed spot there, but I don't know because I know the battlefield lag is real. So just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not actually covered. So it's not too reliable. But look at this TNB fleet. Oh my god. Could you imagine not knowing what all these ships look like and you just looking at this for the first time going, what is that? This is a mess.
Probably thinking I'm not going to download this game, and that would save you a lot of money.
I was telling my family about that tonight. They're like, "Oh, tell me about the game." I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna tell you anything about this game. I don't want you to play this game. Just stay out of it."
Yeah, it's a difficult game to recommend to someone. Like, how much do you like your wallet?
Yeah. Okay. All right. What do we got? I still see a lot of ALD sitting on the sidelines. I just kind of feel like if you brought 20 ships up there and just revealed a lot more space, I mean, let everyone blow 20,000 gold. It's no big deal. You're going to get like 200,000 apiece just by winning. Get up there, blow some gold. Get some reveals up. Let your big players just start smashing people. Scare some people out of there. I don't know. There's a lot going on. What's actually going on?
So it doesn't seem like they're trying to port Letter anymore, which is a shame because that was a really good strategy. But no, Bingo's still sat by the capital. It looks like the rallies are still going on. It looks like a 5-minute rally just ended.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they're just force holding that capital or fortress, whatever you want to call it.
Army, have fun back at work. Thanks for joining in on your break. Army was telling me, he was like, I want to see the live stream, but I'm at work. I'll catch you on a poop break. All right, we'll poop soon. We'll see you soon, Army. But yeah, we just saw Letters Vega come through to try to pop that Reinhardt. He didn't send a full march, so he's not fully committed yet to clearing that Reinhardt. Maybe he's just trying to soften him up, hoping he doesn't reset him, so when the big clear does come, he's already soft. I mean...
So what's difficult with the lag is, like, I'd be tempted to send a full march just to kill the Reinhardt and then port before I hit the Rogers.
Yeah.
But if there's any lag at all, you've only got 10 seconds to port.
Yeah.
That's a big risk.
Yeah, it is. And I mean...
On a normal battle, I'd definitely risk it, but you know what? With however many people are watching this battle now and the amount of ships involved, oh, it's a risk.
Yeah, because the lag spikes are 5-6 second spikes sometimes. Let me see.
Letter just got popped again.
Letter got popped or Bingo?
Yeah, Bingo keeps hitting Letter.
I didn't see it. All right, let's try that again. I'm like moving my screen to the right and flipping back in. Up. And then that helps a little bit. And if you watch a replay, for anyone that's watching replays and the final battle, just so you know, you can come over here, just like scroll off to the side, go to like the top left corner, just far away from the battle, where you have like way more higher FPS, and then you choose to replay, and it's much better, much easier on your device. For whatever reason, replays factor in what's behind you. So, for example, it looks like chat's working. Chat's working pretty good. That's nice. The names don't work very good. Yeah, whatever. Hey, we got a tier 8 golem versus a tier 2 plasma. Check this.
I like dragons. They're really cool looking troops.
They are. They were way ahead of their time. They were. This is like a replay from season 1, though. This is awesome.
Yeah, this is amazing. I mean, I remember when, like, I think only maybe 1 or 2 big Chinese players had them. Used to see them come up in Ace of Galaxies every so often, and you'll be like, oh, so jealous.
It's season 1. I wasn't seeing any tier 8 in season 1. I was lucky to see tier 5, but
yeah, no, they're amazing. And then yeah, as soon as everyone actually started getting them, you're like, oh, I've got tier 9 now. I don't need them.
Ooh, not a bad march by Vega here. He's gonna do a little bit of damage. I don't know if he's gonna do more damage than he's gonna use that breakdown. The Aquarius for the dodge. Okay. Oh, and he misses. Oh, he misses. This is not supposed to go Rogers' way. Oh, Vega's taking a beating.
that if breakdown doesn't go, that's what's going to happen.
Oh, well, here we go. Could tear space, but he's got defensive stance. Oh, my God. You can just tell that Rogers, who is that? Sky, has way more research than Vega. Like, Vega got the tier 12, but he didn't get the research. Sky did.
I would not be surprised if Sky, like Bingo, has completely maxed out advanced research, and it's so expensive. I mean, it's just that hyperspace alone. Oh, you're talking tens of thousands of dollars just to get one of the researches up, let alone all of them.
I just want to throw this out there. Just play a hypothetical game with me, chat. Albatross, if you were Bingo, and you knew that you couldn't have two Rogerses, but you do have another player in your guild that plays hardcore and spends good money, 100,000 good money, would you say, you know what, bud? I'm going to throw down another 100,000 to give your Rogers max research just to make sure I can win these fights that I've invested $500,000 into. You think he's throwing a little money Sky's way just because he needs a number 2 out there?
It wouldn't surprise me. I don't know. I don't know anything about Sky,
yeah.
But it wouldn't surprise me.
I don't want to take away anything from Sky and his talent and his commanders. That's a terrible thing to... But I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if that has happened. Because it makes sense. They need a 3rd and 4th and a 5th. If you had 5 Rogers, 5 Reinhardt, 5 Vegas, all with tier 12 max armies, you'd be unstoppable. But one guy can't have all that.
I mean, Sky is a 720 million power player. On any other server, he would be server boss.
Oh, yeah.
But he's on the same server as Bingo, and, it's never going to happen.
Right. But instead of working against each other, they're working together. And imagine if they had CAD on their teams instead of being enemies. Remember, ALD is on a Warzone server. They're not a peace server.
You could imagine that server. I mean, that capital battles must be interesting.
And by interesting, you mean very expensive. Or they just don't mess around with it. Who cares about the capital stuff?
Oh, no. I mean, speaking to the ALD English speakers, they said, they do mess with their capitals. I mean, ALD hold all the caps, but they CAD do fight, apparently.
I mean, you just hold them just to say you hold them because the value is nothing. The daily taxes... If you just have to heal, 20 tier 12, the taxes for a day don't make sense. But I want to point out real quick, ALD does have the point lead again, which is kind of interesting because knowing that they're only having marginal success in their attacks, and I should say marginal because, they're still holding that stronghold. They're still holding that base, but they did lose a left stronghold. It makes you wonder, would they ever go and play passively and let TNB come to them? I don't know.
We've never seen it with ALD before, but they've never had to play defensively. Because that would be the interesting thing, right? What if TNB just said, you know what, sod it, we're going to attack you now while you're up there. It takes you 2 hours to take the fortress. It only takes us an hour to take one of your bases.
Sure.
And just say, right, you'll move, Bingo. Are you going to fight down here or are you going to fight up there? You can't do both.
The one time we could have seen if ALD was going to play defensively was when they fought 66 in the season 4 finals.
4, yeah.
And we had this big thing all set up. I was ready to do a big live stream. It was going to be great. And then I found out that they didn't want to fight. ALD conceded the match to GBD and they went fishing instead.
I think that's a really great idea. Can you imagine how much money they probably saved?
Oh, it must have been a great fishing trip.
Yeah, I mean, even if they hired a yacht to go fishing, they probably still saved money.
Yeah, this was the season. ALD went all the way down to GBD. There were rumors that they're business partners, the owners of GBD's guild and ALD's guild, but I don't know well enough.
Surprise me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
They're not in the circles that I speak to.
Yeah, I don't hang out in the Arc of War WeChat circles. I kind of did for like a minute, and then there's just so much chat, and I had to translate everything, and I'm pretty sure people kept calling me dear, and I don't know. I wasn't feeling the love.
I've just merged with a Chinese server, so I'm very much used to WeChat now.
Yeah. That's the thing. WeChat is a better social app. It really is. It has the translate built in. It's universally easier for Russians and Chinese players.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that you can actually speak to Russian people, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
Which is just amazing compared to what the game makes them say, which is hilarious.
I'm catching up on chat. Name unknown. I don't know who you are. Who is that? CAD harasses us, but they never send big marches. Is that It's not Carl. There might be someone else in ALD. Is that Insidious, maybe?
Yeah, I think there's a few English speakers in our chat rooms.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's get caught up. What are we looking at? TNB. God, their fleet's huge. Am I zoomed out or something? I zoomed in? No. I thought I was zoomed in. There were so many ships. Bingo's still holding it down. Still holding the vision. Reinhardt seems to be defending. Is that just lag?
That's Sky. Okay, so Sky's just got his Rogers back into the fortress at the top.
Okay. I got Sky, Bingo, TNB attacking in, Letters Vega chomping away. But, you know.
I mean, they do not have many commanders up there. There's only 3 commanders. There's a Reinhardt, a Rogers, and then a fairly small T11 Gilly. I don't think they're going to hold it. Batman's got his Rogers in there, but Batman's Rogers is flawed because he can't fill all 6 slots. A bigger Rogers is just going to destroy that.
It's true. Bigger Rogers will, which is what he's going to run into, or he's going to run into Letters Reinhardt and get destroyed too. So
and get shredded even more, because I don't think Batman's research is anywhere near as good as Sky and Bingo's.
Right.
Could be wrong. Could be wrong. I mean, it's really frustrating actually that you can't click when you're observing a battle and see what people's research is. Obviously, when you fight them, you can, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just nosy. I like seeing what other people have got.
You know, it's got to be so frustrating because Batman has this massive Rogers, 1.6 million leadership. He's got the tier 12. He's got the $100,000 account. He's got the big gear. Not as good a gear as everyone else. Not as good a research as everyone else. And when he goes toe-to-toe in these big fights against the other big bosses, even though he's got this sick Rogers and this sick army, it's still not enough. And it's so much not enough that in a sense it doesn't even matter. Like, it kind of sucks. Like, I hate saying that. I don't want to disrespect the guy, but at the end of the day, you're not going to get lucky every once in a while with that Rogers versus anyone else's Rogers or Reinhardt that matter, you know?
But again, I mean, he's 357 million power. I mean, he could easily be server boss on another server.
Yeah.
But again, he's on ALD server. I mean, at least he's allied with ALD, but, you know, he's in there. But yeah, I mean, these are people that would be server bosses on any other server.
Sure. And it makes you wonder if competition breeds competition or if just these guys happen to have a lot of disposable income. But so, Albatross, what server are you on?
I'm on 888.
888.
Yeah.
Isn't that good luck in Chinese?
I'm not sure. We merged about, I want to say 2 months ago. Was it 2 months? Maybe 6 weeks ago.
For those of you that are just joining us or fast forwarded ahead, did not realize we have a guest on. This is Albatross from Guild WIN. Is it WIN? Is that what you're going by?
Yeah, so I'm the guild leader of WIN. I'm actually in a different guild right now just because we helped them with the Galactic Battle, and we're merging with a guild called B52.
Mm-hmm.
So I helped them. They made the playoffs, so I helped them out. And then we're taking the top players from each of the guilds back into WIN.
And you're a T12 Vega main with how much power?
What am I at the moment? 405 million power.
And 1.6 million leadership?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go, everyone. As the game crashes.
I've still got mine up at the moment. ALD is still holding. They've got a few smaller commanders in the fortress at the top now. And they have not popped Bingo, and that's really the interesting thing. So I'd love to see what's actually on his arc.
Okay. Well, what's his main concern? A Reinhardt.
I would say a Rogers, but he's using his Reinhardt in the capital, so he must have his Rogers on his arc. So yeah, Reinhardt, but if he's got anything like another Vega, maybe Sky's Vega or someone else's Vega on his arc, then Reinhardt is not going to clear him in one go.
That's true. He might have a double garrison. But I've got to ask you, now that we know Letter has a max Reinhardt, did he absorb his Rogers? No way.
No, I think he had that before coming in.
Yeah.
I think Letter has been prepared for this for a while. I mean, I saw him in the last fight, and he is a big player again. I mean, this is a 700 million power player. He's got multiple max comms.
I'd like to know how many. Certainly like to know how many. Insidious, that was Insidious in the chat. All right, there we go. Whew. Insidious. Oh, Insidious is in the battle. That's right. I was just talking crap about all the ALD players. I was like, they should be across the fence, gold jumping, causing trouble. I'm over here like preaching, like as if ALD can't hear me. And there you are. You have a couple of ALD members, at least Insidious, in the chat going, "What? I'm here. What?" That's funny. All right. Insidious, do you know what's garrisoned on Bingo? And ALD has the lead again. Ooh, man, that lag is serious.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at this base. All right, we're 1 hour into the final. 1 hour into the final. ALD has unsuccessfully secured the left stronghold. They got kicked out with 27 minutes to spare or something like that. ALD has decided to go for the main base, even though they don't have vision. It does seem like Letters Reinhardt is playing a factor against the Rogerses of Bingo and Sky. But Vega's a quick answer, and who doesn't main a Vega these days? So we'll see what happens. ALD does have 7 commanders in the base right now. Bingo is holding the ground to keep vision, and it looks like... Oh, wow. Okay. Looks like we have 3 players pushing that main base. So Moon, Coca-Cola, and Letter, all with Vega mains, all 1.6 million leadership. Jeez. My goodness. Well, listen, let's be honest. We knew that ALD was going to be the aggressor. So TNB knew from the beginning their job was to clear bases. I mean, I was going to say, who's better to clear bases than Vega? But really, I mean, Reinhardt, Vega, and Rogers are all that same meta. That meta is so tight right now. Stella. When was the last time we even saw a Stella?
Just don't know why they've made infantry so weak with tier 12.
Tier 12 infantry is terrible.
It doesn't make sense. Like at tier 11, Stella was fantastic. And suddenly, just since they added that tier space, it just doesn't work. They just don't have enough HP to make that big a difference.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, and even though Elf is amazing, I do love Elf. I think honestly, because of Elf, Walker have a better stick in the Galactic Battle than Infantry does. But Walker sucks against Airship, and Airship is so much better than Infantry in Walker right now.
Elf against the full march of Vega. Vega's going to win every day.
Yeah.
He's just going to break down her full slots.
I propose for Season 7 to fix the infantry issue, we rework Elixir to make her twin skill. Instead of double strike, we make it triple strike, and that will instantly solve the issue of the infantry being too weak.
I don't think it'll make a difference.
Oh yeah, big time.
I really don't.
Well,
I just don't think infantry hit hard enough anymore.
Now remember, if Elixir was a guaranteed triple strike.
Now that would be different. If it was a guaranteed hit, that would be different.
Well, no. Guaranteed to trigger, not guaranteed to hit.
I was going to say.
But, twin is a second turn, right? Which means the attack gets tear space. So, if you stack her with a 20% hit gem for Sagittarius, a 20% hit gem for Gemini, because tier 12 is infantry only. You have to use infantry only gems. Those are the 2 you can get. You still, with her triple attack, you get 3 chances at a 20% skill, which is, oh god, I want to say that's like 35% chance of triggering, 33% chance of triggering, maybe more, almost 50%. Anyway, she's going to be getting at least 1 guaranteed hit, which means at least 1 tear space, but possibly triple strike, triple tear space. Could be good.
Yeah, that could be interesting. I mean, certainly for a 1-slot bust, that would be very good.
Sure.
Again, how well she'd do against the full march, I'm not sure.
Well,
I mean, I'd be very interested to see her with a triple skill.
So the funny thing about the 20% skill on Stella and Elixir, because they get 2 or 3 chances at triggering that 20% skill, it does increase the skill quite a bit.
Yeah.
I think it was like almost 50% chance if it was triple skill. I don't remember offhand. I did the math on it in a video for Elixir. I probably should have published the wrong one, but it's quite a bit higher than most people think. It's over 40. It's at least a 40% skill. Ooh, I shouldn't say that. It's better than 20%. Let's just say that.
No, absolutely is, because you're getting that multiple trigger.
Right.
But yeah, just I don't know. I just don't think they think things through when they publish these commanders.
But think. Elixir's skill says there's a 20% chance to trigger with the next action until the next action. The initiator will be blessed. If damage received exceeds her total hit points, if she's one-shot, then instead the damage is just reduced. So this could work really well as a small march against big commanders like Vega who are one-shotting.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I don't know. Come on, devs, we need something. At least make it Elixir. People poured a lot of money into her thinking she'd be good. Make it Elixir. Triple strike. Let's go. Okay, back to it. 34 million. ALD still in the lead just by, a couple 100 million. Jesus.
It's really close. Points-wise, it's really close in this battle.
Yeah. And Bingo's still holding. So I'm a little concerned that TNB hasn't popped Bingo just because they can. Because they can.
The thing is, it's really hard, and I feel for Letter because I've been in this position quite a few times before. He can either attack the capital, or he can attack Bingo. He can't do both at the same time.
Right.
Your brain just will not let you, especially with the lag as well. It just will not let you think enough to be able to attack both. And so he's prioritized the fortress at the moment.
So Reinhardt was popped. Or pulled.
Maybe he'll go back to Bingo in a sec.
Look at Big Al. Way to go, Big Al. Throwing up that Yeti army with rock. My man. Okay, so look at this. We got a little chief action. Little Cancer Lin, 69 Lin. Is that Cancer 69? I don't remember. But we got a little chief action. He's a rare commander. Don't see chief too often anymore. Uh-oh. I see a big Reinhardt. Here he comes. Letter with the clear. With a full march of Reinhardt. He's going to make it to at least Sky. Will he clear this Rogers? And if he does, there's only 2 commanders behind him. They need to reinforce. Okay, so Bingo is reinforcing. Bingo is sending. There is an army on the way. Will he make it in time? Looks like he will. The attack has failed.
Batman's in there now.
It looks like he pulled. No, he cleared Sky. And then he pulled his Reinhardt.
I assume he's just going to resend with a full march.
Yeah, he's going to go again.
Oh, there we go. So there's another Reinhardt in there now. So, that's a really good setup, having the Rogers and then immediately having the Reinhardt behind. So, yeah, Bingo really is not stupid. He's pretty smart at what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. So he pulled the Rogers, throwed the Reinhardt. Do we think Letter's going to send a Rogers behind that? No, he wouldn't do that. What's he doing? Oh, let's see. Another Vega. Do we know who this is? The 4 letters in his name. Do we have a name for him? 4 letters. That's Moon.
Moon.
Yeah, that's Moon. Okay.
Yeah. 418 million power.
Yeah, buddy. Server pride right here. Let's get it, TNB. Ishnader calling it out. All right. UFF here. Okay. All right. Looks like Shengi's got a replay against Letter. He's got something he wants to show the world. What'd you do, Shengi? What did you do? Well, I don't know. He shared a losing replay, but here's Stella versus Reinhardt. God, Tier 12 airships are so strong. I guess especially against Tier 9, but God. I don't know what they were thinking. Tier 12 airships are so tanky, and their terror space hits so hard. The thing about this game is it's always been dominant airships. Always. It's always been.
Always.
I mean, was there ever a time where, you know what, I feel like in Season 4, there was a lot of Stella play going on. Stella was a big deal. But that was it. Ever since then, it's always been airships. Rogers, man. The dawn of Rogers. Rogers ruined this. He ruined this game. He definitely made this game. He definitely became the boss, And I always get mad at Rogers because I feel like he's polarized the game to make it very clear. If Rogers is in the game, you have to deal with him. But, I mean, is that bad? I don't think it's bad. It's good to know that this is the guy to beat, and this is how you beat him.
But if you think about Rogers, he is great in galactic battles. Is he really that great on a server?
No, he's quite bad actually.
You're going to lose a hell of a lot of points if you start.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're going to lose loads of troops. You start sticking him in a capital, or I've seen people like use it to defend their fortress, you know, their guild forts, and you know, you can easily send a one slot in there and just do massive damage.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And especially, God, name of the skill's gone from
Tyrant
me.
Cometh.
Yeah, like he's got a skill which basically makes him miss a turn.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like if that goes, like you're not even going to do any damage to the enemy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was one of those usurpers. I had a server boss maining a Rogers, and I decided to say, "Fuck it, I'm going to go fight the server boss, join the enemy guild, and I'm going to set up a one-slot bus defense with my Raymond." So I just stuck all my tier 9, like I want to say 150 or 350. I mean, it was quite a bit at the time. I'd never lost more than 50, you know. So losing over 100 was, you know, terrible. So I one-slot bus garrison myself, and this guy speed marched me with his full march Rogers like I knew he would. And I have a video about this telling this story. And my Raymond has first strike. I swing. I hit him for like, I think I kill like 3 or 6 of his tier 10 airships, and then his Roger goes, triggers, I don't know, guaranteed hit skill, and just one-shots my entire tier 9 army. And I'm like, he could have triggered Tyrant Cometh. I could have triggered double strikes or guaranteed hits or something. I just got shit on so hard. I felt so bad. And that's when I started maining Bullet, because that was the end.
See, I have the same story, but a slightly different outcome. We merged with a server where it was pretty much Chinese dominated, and God, there was this big player called Bear, and he loved zeroing people. And he'd gone to sleep with a massive tier 10. This is when tier 10 was the highest tier. Massive tier 10 Stellar garrison in his arc. I mean, it was 100k, which at the time was pretty big.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And so I sent a plasma in there, like absolutely destroyed his army.
Over and over.
So when he woke up, and he had Diablo Horn as well, so he lost most of them. So when he woke up, he ports over to my guild, starts zero, and he had like a 300k Rogers, like, and he was a big player. And I put my Golem at the time there, just single slot, and I permanently killed about 500 of his tier 10 airships, and yeah, funny, he never tried to zero us again after that.
Ooh. Oh, permanently losing troops back when tier 9 and tier 10 was just coming out. That was hard to stomach. People hadn't done it yet. Nowadays, people are used to it, but yeah. God, that was painful. I used to.
Well, he had to switch holes as well, and that's the big thing. I mean, if you can switch hole now, you've got the potions and stuff you can take, which, you know, give you a bit more med bay. But yeah, he was still using Diablo hole to try and get the extra speed. And, you know, he healed 8k at most of troops.
Oh. All right, catch up on the battle here. We are an hour and 15 minutes in. ALD still trying to take the main base. It's a 2-hour hold. They have successfully held it for the last 35 minutes. They are down to Sky's Rogers and Bingo's Reinhardt. They're doing pretty good here. They're only sending 2 or 3 weenies in between each march, which is what you want. Bingo has held his ground. I haven't seen him get popped yet. However, Bingo has been sending troops to Letter, popping him around. So I think Bingo has committed to this march. I think they're going to go for the stronghold. And I don't know if the strategy that we saw ALD use on the stronghold by flying over it and clearing Bingo is going to work on the main base. Maybe it's too big. But we will see. Man. I'm still pulling.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I've not seen Letter try and attack Bingo for a little while. He just seems to be content to be sat next to that fortress.
Yeah, yeah. And he doesn't need to, right? Because he knows that ALD is going to keep attacking over and over and over. So why kick him out as soon as you can? Just let him sit there for an hour, then clear him.
Yeah, I mean, that would be pretty poetic, wouldn't it? Let the time go down to an hour, then pop Bingo. I mean, if you look, there's pretty much a ring of death from the TMB side around the fortress. So jumping back up there, he'd have to hit a few people, which would take him a little bit of time.
Yeah, yeah.
Which would give them time to clear. What's Letter sent this time? So he just keeps sending his Vega with the middle slots full.
Yeah, and you just softening them up, not losing too many troops.
It's working. I mean, it's working against the Rogers. It just takes time, and that's the thing. I mean, my last galactic battle I fought in, we got 8th place, but I was just fighting Rogers against Rogers. You know, it's hard when you're just using Vega. You can do it, but it will take you about 3 or 4 hits.
So what I'm thinking in my head is that he's sending slot 2, which might seem like a good idea, but I really don't think it is, because Rogers,
slot 1.
if you leave 1 troop in slot 1, maybe if it's a ranger, I guess if he leaves 1 ranger, you're guaranteed. But then again, if that Rogers has already defended once, you know you're going to get first strike, and he's going to trigger defensive stance.
My strategy when I was doing it in the last battle was I was just using slot 1 and 4, and then putting 1 ranger in slot 2, 1 ranger in slot 3.
Yeah.
And just hoping for the awakening, because you've got first strike anyway.
Yeah.
You don't want Rogers' defensive stance to trigger, because that's 30% damage that you're then not inflicting.
Right.
You want as maximum damage as possible on that first strike.
Right. Yeah, and if you break down Gemini, ooh, that's a big hit. And sometimes Rogers doesn't trigger defensive stance, you know? You send it 5 times, one of those 5 times, he won't. So, yeah, all right, pretty solid. Looks like Sky's got a Rogers, Bingo's got a Reinhardt, and my man Batman sitting there with that 5/6 army of Rogers.
Poor Batman. Poor Batman. It's so expensive to build, 6 full slots. It really is expensive.
I feel so bad because it's like, in a sense, you see these massive armies, and it's like so embarrassing that Batman doesn't have a full march. But it's like, does anyone realize how much 2,100 Tier 12 airships is? It's not like these guys are picking them up for free. Like, these things cost money.
So they are to build them outside the current event is the 9 million food and parts each. So let's call it 4.5 million food and parts each, because it's the half price event. So you got your calculator out. How much is that?
Well, 9 million food, 9 million parts is 18 million. Plus the gas. What's the gas cost? We'll call it half price.
Oh, I can tell you what the gas is.
I think
I have to go out of the.
It's fine. We'll call it 10 million at buy one get one. Half price. Times how many is he short? 2,100. Yeah. In total, that's 21 billion resources. That's a stupid amount of resources. So it's like, we laugh and joke, and it's like, this guy, I mean, I'd be mad if it was me. I was like, do you guys realize how hard it is to build that many? But it's like, dude, you already made 10,000. Come on.
It's a lot, and especially at their level. I mean, I would not be surprised, especially if Bingo bought most of his resources.
Oh, yeah.
He's obviously just a spender. And I'm sure he's got some alts, and I'm sure people on the server sell him resources, but, he's bought a lot of that. And he's got at least 2 full marches just of the airships, let alone walkers and infantry, at least 2 full marches. Yeah. That's ridiculous resources.
And I'm having a little trouble picking on this stronghold here, this base. Is anyone able to grab this thing? Can you see this albatross? Can you put your hand on that?
I'm trying to, yeah. Oh, no, I've got it now.
God,
so Bingo's Reinhardt has taken some damage. It's missing slot 2, but they're holding at the moment. And they've got Sky's Rogers in there as well. And then a few other commanders.
TNB does have the point lead again.
I'm pretty sure that's why that Vega just kept coming in from Letter, just with the 2 slots. I'm pretty sure he was just trying to get points.
Yeah, you know what TNB really doesn't want to happen? If they fell behind in points, like substantially.
That'd be hilarious.
And yeah, Bingo and ALD is just like, well, we can clear them. We know that. And they can sometimes clear us. Hell, we've got 100 million point lead. Let's make them come to us.
Well, it would be the first time we've ever seen it. I mean, ALD have never won on points. They've always won by knockout.
Yeah.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong on the chat, please, but I've never seen them not get a knockout.
Yeah, no, they always do. I've never seen them not. I mean, we've never had anyone give them a good enough fight, except CAD really gave them a run for their money. But I will admit that ALD didn't play at their. They made a few mistakes at a crucial time.
At the beginning, yeah. They just weren't expecting someone to go with that Rogers straight away. And that's where they were really punished, because their strategy is to use Rogers like, God forbid someone else should use Rogers against them. But they've got the counter for it now. I mean, they're putting that Reinhardt in there, and it works.
Man, I'd like to see some more of those replays. I feel like we're talking and looking at the map a lot. Let's get some more of those replays on here. I've got ALD. Is that Batman? Oh, man, these names are so hard. Yeah, that's Batman. Nope. I don't know who it is. We're going to see who it is. Okay. Man, that Vega. Ooh. Moon. It's Moon. But, you know, that's a good march by Gilly. Ooh, strength and weaken march. Oh, nice terror space. It's a good march by Gilly, you know. She's stopping that Rogers from busting through those golems. You know what? They need some more secondary marches like that Gilly march. It's a good Gilly march, you know. You know they're sending 2 tier 12 airships. Use a strength and weaken march of infantry. Just like that. That's a good march. That's a smart play. Can't be mad at him for that. Need more plays like that.
I mean, that worked very well.
Yeah, great.
I mean that was only a small Gilly, but you know, still killed him.
Yeah, and it stopped him from marching on one of those Rogers or Reinhardts. Definitely.
Oh, look at that small Rogers.
Oh.
Come on, Elf.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like this was such a great march last season, but now it's just like, what? And I'm still so far behind this march. Like, I'm still on tier 10 infantry. Oh, jeez. Although, I did finish one of my tier 5, or my 5th, level 5 researches. So I'll have tier 11 soon. Actually, let's speed this up. Oof. Yeah, Rogers versus Elf. That's no surprise. What am I at? Let me see. My research is getting close. I've just been ticking away on it day by day. I know. I started.
I've just been working on advanced research, so everything takes so long.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
Still got 2 years left on my current research, and that's even after getting all the help clicks.
2 years left.
Yeah, that's I'm up to 102 help clicks, and I've still got over 2 years left.
102 help clicks from resets or something?
No, you know, everyone in your guild clicking help.
212 clicks. You mean like 80 clicks?
Sorry, 102.
100. How do you have 102 clicks? There's only 80 guild members.
Yeah, but people add their alts.
Oh, I didn't know that worked.
Yeah, so the trick is once they add their alt, and trying to explain this to the Chinese is difficult, but you have to log out of the game and go back in again, and then you can.
Like out of your Albatross account, like say if you were to go to a second account.
No. So when someone adds an alt to a guild, as long as they exit the game and then go back into the game again, then they'll have all the help clicks and they can just click help like normal.
Gotcha.
If you just join a guild, all you'll be able to click help on is like things people are already do while you're already in the guild. You won't see the old help clicks for like research and stuff.
Gotcha.
Well, my game's completely frozen.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a speed up while I wait for lag to settle. And I guess.
But yeah, I always try and get at least, you know, ideally 105 time helps each time I do. I mean, because when you're talking about a research that's, I mean, I've got 645 days left on this current research.
645.
And that's after. Let me just see how many time helps I'm up to now. I hope if I click the right button. There we go. Sorry, 101 time helps. So I've got 4 more time helps that I can get.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get to that point in the game, you got to really consider that stuff. All right, I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna go finish my research level 5 on the Dodge here, and oh, so close. Man, I'm running out of speed ups. Man, my VIP fell off. Jesus.
Oh, I think I've got like 200 days left on mine.
I don't know where it happened, but I have 304 24-hour VIPs. I don't know where they came from. No idea.
You get them in dailies and you get them in events and all sorts.
God. Oh yeah, here we go. We're going for 100 million. 99 million, 650 something.
Nice. Are you going to do exact, I hope?
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh,
back in the old days, I would have. Here we go. VIP all the way. Oh, 100 million. Hey, 9-digit club. All right. Finally hit it. That was a decent one. What's my next research? Oh, jeez. Oh, 160. Oh, 40,000 crystals. 40,000 crystals. Jesus. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. All right, let's jump back in this battle here before I just get depressed looking at 40,000 unlimited crystals. All right, T&B definitely has the lead. They're up 5 billion? Ooh, some big battles going on.
Letter is just sending that Vega again and again and again.
And that's fine. That's all he needs to do. It's either
Well, he's getting good points. I mean, if the strategy is like you predict, which is just wait until it gets to about an hour, maybe a bit less than that, and then pop bingo to clear the cap, then actually his strategy is perfect because he's just getting points again and again and again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's working. And oh, we got another Vega just doing one slot. 1 and 4. Now they're listening to us. Send 1 and 4. Send 1 and 4. Albatross and Melt say so. Oh, jeez.
Oh, Letter sent the Reinhardt again now, which is nice.
Oh, I missed. Oh, full.
Yeah, full march.
Oh, yeah, you got 2 Rogers in the way. Why not? Well, we'll see. I wouldn't send it to 2 Rogers back to back. Definitely 1 Rogers. Ooh, there's 1 Rogers there. Reinhardt's got pulled. Okay. I don't love that Vega march, but that's fine. All right, down to the 1 Rogers there. Will let her go back-to-back Reinhardt.
I hope so. I mean, that's the right strategy.
Yeah, he could go for it. Does he want to clear? Okay, well, there's the Reinhardt in the capital from Bingo. Is anything else happening on these other strongholds? No, they are flooded.
I mean, I do kind of wish that. Oh, here we go. Toulouse is jumping down now.
That was really nice. Someone's like, I really don't enjoy playing this game, but I love watching the live stream. So shout out to you, man. Thanks for joining us.
So TMB have got someone that's jumped down south now. So I assume to try and zero people and just cause chaos.
Good, cause some chaos. That's you lost. It's my boy, you lost. What's going on, man? He's one of the few American players that represents the the late game, 200 million power plus. He might have got popped though, as I say that, by Batman.
It's hard to tell because you can't always see when people move.
Yeah, it was Batman. Oh, that's true, huh? There was an army going at him, but he could have just gold jumped.
Yeah.
And Batman's gone.
I'll tell you what though, with force field now, I mean, it does make it much more viable to jump around and zero people.
Yeah, and what he's talking about, guys.
Yeah, but you can only do it once, so like maybe twice in a battle, I guess. He's got
6
a
hours.
5 hour cooling.
Is it 6 hour cooling?
But well, it's an hour of duration, and then you got to wait another 5 hours after that. So 6 hours total.
Yeah, so
you can use.
Last for 1 hour, 6 hour duration. So yeah. So you only can use it once because 12-hour match. Well,
yeah,
twice.
Well, no, you can use it twice in a match.
Yeah.
But like once you've done it, it's you kind of have to use it.
Yeah.
I've seen plenty of people who popped it and gone, oh damn, I can't do anything now, and yeah, it's just a waste.
God, the server's kicking me out. All right. So no, we're just loading.
Here we go. So Bingo's Reinhardt is at the top of the fortress. Oh, and there's a Vega attacking, which I think is
4 slot or 1 slot.
I think it's Coca-Cola. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so he's done a really weird march. So like full across slots 1 and 4, and then just like 100 in slot of each airship in each 3 and 4. Sorry, in 2 and 3. A really weird march. But it didn't do much damage to the Reinhardt.
Hold on. Hey, we're not doing the tent in the living room. That's not happening. Stephanie, say no. Shouldn't be using real names. I've got family here still, guys, and we are camping tonight. We decided we are gonna set up everything in the backyard, and without me to supervise, I think they're trying to move it into the house, and we're not doing that. We got 2 infants here, so we don't want a bunch of kids yelling and screaming all night in the house. Anyway, back to the game. All right. You guys like my Princess Aurora pin? Just for this special occasion? So, yeah. Thought I'd point that out. All right. I've got Reinhardt holding it down. Rogers behind him. Batman behind him. Batman has done something special. Batman has moved his inadequate slots 5 and 6, left them more inadequate, and put the extra troops in slots 3, which is where it's probably better off.
To be fair, with defensive stance against anyone but Reinhardt, it's still gonna win.
Yeah, still gonna be a great march. And if he does go against Reinhardt, probably better to have it in that one slot anyway.
I wonder, like how many tier 12 airships Batman himself has lost. Like, I kind of assume that Bingo, like, it's no drama for him; he just heals them. But you know, Batman's not as big a player. You know, it must hurt to keep having to heal.
Right, and it's almost like he's expected to perform because he's in that top tier with them, with the tier 12. Like, hey, you know what us two are doing. You need to be our strong third wheel. You don't want to be the weak link, you know? And he's just like, listen, man, I'm as far as I want to go right now, and I really don't want to drop $1,000 on speed ups. It's like, but this
I think for me, I'd much rather be like what TMB are doing and just constantly sending those Vegas in, you know, fairly low risk. You know, you might kill loads, you might not, but you're probably not going to lose many of your own troops. I'd be more comfortable doing that. That's a much cheaper option.
Sure. And what sucks about this Galactic Battle meta, the way the strategy plays out, is it really does favor the defender. And it shouldn't, right? Because the game is dictated by the attacker, and the attacker is what makes the game money. The attacker is what drive action for viewers. I get it that the attackers maybe should be at a disadvantage server side because there's more at stake. But in a Galactic Battle, I feel like the attackers really don't get a benefit, and having to hold this base for 2 hours is so long. I don't know.
But they've chosen, ALD have chosen to do 2 hours though.
Yeah.
So they could have done another 1 hour.
Yeah. And they're at 1 hour and 7 minutes in.
Yeah, it's working so far. But then, how bad would you feel if you go and you know you get it to time it down to maybe 20 minutes? And then you get cleared. I mean, how bad are you going to feel? I mean, I know ALD are just going to jump straight back and do it all again, but oh, that's going to hurt.
I have no doubt that in the next 30 minutes, TNB is going to clear. I think at 30 minutes they will clear.
I hope so. I mean, it'd be exciting.
And I almost want to say you can count it to this, that their strategy is at 30 minutes, they clear. Because that's what happened on the Stronghold, right? At 27 minutes, it reset. Maybe that's a strategy. When it hits 30 minutes, clear. That could be what we see. And I'm getting logged out again.
Yeah, I've just exited and gone back into it.
Come on.
I seem to be seeing this blue wheel a lot recently. It's most frustrating.
Yeah, I don't like that blue wheel. Not a fan. So I'm trying to figure out why my widget on the actual stream is saying there's 37 viewers. We actually have 81 viewers. Let's see if it reloads it. That's strange. Wonder if there's a... Oh, you know what it is? YouTube's messing around with this thing called YouTube and YouTube Gaming. So YouTube and YouTube Gaming are two separate entities. They do kind of work together, but technically they do stream draw differently. So I wonder if half the viewers are watching on gaming. Yeah, dude. Half the people playing the game are freaking watching the finals right now. Man, Anubis is famous. What's going on, Anubis? Is Anubis on your server?
Yeah, he's in my guild.
Oh, okay. There you go. So it says in your subscriber feed that I'm live with two separate streams. So right now YouTube is actually blending YouTube and YouTube Gaming. So it is possible that makes sense. I really like YouTube Gaming better. I like the idea that you can sponsor a streamer for $5. I think that's just awesome because it doesn't make sense for someone like me to do a Patreon or something ridiculous like that. But to have something is better than nothing. And YouTube doesn't allow direct. Well, they do. I guess they do allow direct, but I don't know. I really like YouTube Gaming, a little $5 setup. And now they're getting rid of it. Just when I finally was like, all right, I'll get on board and I'll do it. Now it's gone. Man, I wonder if it's my computer causing this. Oh, geez. Nathan Gwynn. I expect to win that coin. I'm going to do that announcement soon, actually, Gwynn. I'm going to do that soon. I won't do it tonight. I was meaning to do it on the 25th, but it's been a little crazy. It's been a little crazy. That's all. That's all I can say. Let's see.
Yeah, Gwyn's another one in my guild.
And Gwen's old school. I know Gwen from a long time ago. Anal bus. Oh, jeez, why did I say that out loud? Okay. All right. Here's what we need. Here's what I need. TNB has the lead. They're up 800 million. We need to see ALD take this capital or TNB successfully pop them. And that is going to be the conclusion of the stream. Once we figure out if ALD is going to take it all the way or if TNB can pop them. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if TNB pops ALD, I believe TNB is going to win the game. They have gone far enough in points ahead of them that ALD will just keep doing what they're doing. And unless they go massive offense and clear the board, TNB is going to be able to continually clear the board. But I don't know.
That's the other strategy, though, isn't it? If you can't take the fortresses, just go mental and just. I mean, Bingo is strong enough to clear everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, just jump around, just keep hitting everyone, just force everyone just to not want to sit there anymore because you're going to get zeroed.
Yeah, no one wants to get hit for 4.8 million Rangers.
Yeah,
that's a lot of healing. People don't realize that is a lot of healing. You know, you can spend.
Well, for a smaller player, that's it's untenable. You just can't expect the smaller players to just keep healing that.
Yeah, you can't get zeroed. You can't lose 30 million Rangers and 10 million Yetis and your whole tier 9, tier 10 army. You can't do that. Not for a normal player. That'll wipe out all their speed ups, assuming they have any. Yeah, no, that's. But I think it's all hands on decks right now. I think everyone in TNB that's in China probably has the day off because it's. I don't know. Is it holiday in China right now? Holidays, Chinese holidays. 2018. Oh geez. It starts in February. All the way to December. No, 25th, Christmas Day. They observe it. So no, they're working today. So yeah, they have to be here. And if you're a TNB player, you're probably at work. So watching your ship for the next 12 hours is not going to be possible.
No, I suspect probably a lot of the bigger players have taken the day off.
Yeah, yeah, definitely the big players, right? The smaller players, the other 40, 50 players in here, I don't know. There's also that realization that there's not much they can do anyway.
Yeah. Pretty a lot of people sat on the toilet right now at work, going, has my boss noticed I'm not there yet?
Like, oh, I'm so sick. Gosh, should probably go home. Oh, jeez. All right, so let's get a recap. It's been a while. We've got ALD on the bottom, TNB on the top. TNB is ahead by 800 million points. They are defending. They successfully defended 30 minutes in on the left side stronghold. Bingo was not able to hold it. He got popped. They decided that instead of going for the right side stronghold or going back for the left side stronghold, ALD was going to attack, and this time they went for the stronghold, the main base, the actual 2-hour hold base, and they've been there. And he's been holding it down mostly by himself. He did have a little bit of help, but he's still there by himself, and he's getting surrounded. So it's been an hour right now. One complete hour. And TNB really hasn't committed to wiping them out too much. It seems like they've just been trading points. Whenever there's Rogers like this, you'll see a Reinhardt come through, or just a 1 slot or 2 slot Vega. So that's how they've been padding their points. But we suspect that in the next 30 minutes, TNB will make a serious move, probably in 30 minutes, to clear the capital and hopefully reset ALD and discourage them from continuing to attack because the point deficit is so big. But that is not how ALD rolls. They will continue to fight and fight and fight. And CAD, CAN? I don't know. Who was it last week? They cleared them 2 or 3 times. They cleared ALD, but eventually ALD broke through. And yeah, that's probably what we expect to see tonight.
I just think at the moment TNB just need to clear. I think. I mean, they've got the points now. I think now they just need to prove to ALD they can clear. Not that I think it's going to stop ALD. I think they'll just keep coming and coming and coming. But You've got to do something.
Yeah. Optimization here. Okay.
Mine's just timed out.
I think we are going to have a solid 30 minutes of just watching the exact same thing we've been watching for the last hour. In fact, I'm quite sure of it.
But then the meta doesn't allow you to do anything else.
Yeah.
Like, you're either going to send a Vega, you're going to send a Reinhardt, or you're going to send a Rogers. I mean, there's unfortunately isn't much more you can send.
Yeah, yeah. They're still going to be running their rallies on bingo. They're just letting that timer get to 30 minutes, and then they're going to put the pressure on. And you can see TNB is already lined up. They have surrounded bingo. And you'll notice there's just one ring around bingo where he can't attack anyone next to him because he'd just pop him if he could.
Yeah,
and
he was. I mean, I saw Letter go up next to him earlier, and yeah, he was speed hit instantly.
Okay. All right, Albatross, at this point, I have to take a break. You are welcome to take a break, or you have the stream. It's up to you. The last time I did this, Free Lollipop literally went silent for like 10 minutes. So it's up to you to do what you like, but I do have kids in the background that are yelling and screaming for me. I've got to go say hi to them. I can't just sit here for a half hour and ignore them any longer. So what are you planning on doing? I just got to know.
I'll talk for a little bit.
All right. Then where do you want me to leave the screen? I will leave it here, right here on bingo.
Just over the base would probably be best. But I guarantee it will time out as soon as I walk away.
Hey, Adam, $10. There you go. Way to go. You're already getting the work done, Albatross. Money's flowing in. Did anyone try donating through the talking thing? You do it through Streamlabs, and you actually can talk. Let me test that real quick. Yeah, now that I'm gone, people are going to start using the money to talk and say lewd things. Otherwise, I'd turn it off. Let me see. Where is that thing? He says, "What's up, people?" Oh, man. Let me test that thing. Test donation. Does that work?
This is a test donation
it
for
works.
$1.
Okay. Have fun, guys. I'll be back in a moment. Well, at least 5 or 10.
See you in a bit, Mel. Alright, let's see if I can get the fortress to load. So it looks like Bingo's got his Reinhardt back in there. I mean, it's just the same strategy over and over. And the thing is with Reinhardt, I mean, we know that you can't use Rogers to clear that, but they've all got max lead Vegas, so they're just killing the Reinhardt with the Vegas. And as soon as they get to that Rogers, then, yeah, straight in there with their own Reinhardt. So it's a clever strategy. It's very samey, but what it does do is it just gives ALD time to keep putting new commanders in there. Oh, my game's timed out now. So, yeah, the only thing they can really do to win is that they need to pop Bingo. And I think TNB have done a clever strategy. I mean, they've got that ring around Bingo. Like, if they can pop him now, it's going to be difficult for him to get back up there quickly. He's going to have to clear a lot of arcs. Or they've just seen it. I think he just popped someone else. Oh, yeah, my game's completely timed out. Okay, let me just reload that then. But yeah, I mean, it's been good. The last match, and certainly this match, it's good to see that ALD have finally got some rivals. I mean, they've been top dogs for so long now. My guild was really unlucky last season. I think we fought ALD 2 or 3 times. I mean, we literally got to the playoffs, and our first playoff match was against ALD. It was almost a joke. It was like, what was the point of even trying? So it's good to see that these big guilds now are rising up that actually can challenge them. All right, okay, I'm back in again. Let's see if the fortress will load. Here we go. So Bingo's Reinhardt is still in there. He's taken some damage from Vega. He's lost his slot too. But what have we got? So that's Sky's. Rogers is still in there. So yeah, they've got loads of time. I mean, and that's the thing is, you know, all these like tier 9 plasmas and stuff like that. I mean, and the gillies, they're not going to do much. They're just going to buy an extra 10 seconds per commander, and it just gives that time for ALD to get that Rogers and get that Reinhardt back in. So yeah, so I'm actually thinking that moving up to the fortress actually wasn't that bad an idea by ALD. It seems like it's worked quite well for them as a strategy. There we go. So yeah, just another Vega going in there now. There we go. So the Reinhardt's been killed, but he's now got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's got 80 seconds now to get that back in there. So he's got loads of time to get that back in. But yeah, I kind of wish I could watch some more of these replays, to be honest. That every time I try and do it, my game just times out. So I hope you guys are actually getting to watch some of these. I mean, I can kind of imagine how they're going. I mean, I main Vega, so I'm used to seeing Vega fight. I mean, I can't even click on the fortress anymore. Here we go. Okay, so there's another Vega going in with full slots on slots 2 and slots 5. But yeah, I think he's just trying to get. Oh, he's lost already. That's the danger. I mean, you fight these tiny commanders like Gillian. If you haven't got that first slot full, these tiny commanders are going to kill you. But maybe that's what his plan is. I mean, he knows he can't beat that Rogers. All he can do is do damage to it. All right, here we go. So we're at just under 52 minutes now on the capital, and ALD is still holding their ground. God, I keep seeing all these 5-minute rallies ending on bingo. I'd love to see what's going on there. I mean, I'm sure loads of people are just sending bullets and sending rocks, but you know, there's got to be some good fights going on. Are you back? Are you not? Hey.
Yeah. Greetings, commanders. Yeah, you gonna be ready tonight? Huh? Yeah, I'm ready. Let's get the ammunition in here.
I think Melt's family are stealing his hat. Oh, they've creased his background. I mean, what's going on there? Right, here we go. Right, I managed to click on the fortress again. So that ghillie is like a strategic ghillie. 70 tier 10 tier 10 infantry per slot is holding its ground. It's not been cleared yet.
All right. Don't get your head on the camera. You're gonna get me in trouble. Both of you guys gotta get out. Come on. Hey, get out of there. Get out.
Oh, bingo has been popped. Bingo's gone.
Bingo has been popped just as I sit back down.
Oh yeah.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Commander Dad. Dad wants to know why I'm not spending time with the grandkids. You know, I used to film videos off planet at his house when I was working on a project. And he used to think it was so funny that I'd be in the other room. Greetings, commanders! And every time I see him, you know, I've given him grandkids. I've worked multiple jobs. I've done a lot of amazing things in my life. The only thing he ever reminds me of when I sit down and see him is that greetings, commanders. In public, he yells it. He thinks it's hilarious. So...
I was going to say, I mean, I thought you'd aged, significantly in just popping into the other room.
You know, we should probably give him a name. Grandpa Melt. That ain't going to stick. Grandpa Melt is pretty good.
So TMB are closing ranks now, trying to stop Bingo from getting back up there while they clear. But people have sent bloody Rangers. Like, who are these idiots that are sending Rangers on Stellar and Bullet now? That is not the commanders you need. Yeah. That is delaying clearing the capital.
Yeah, big mistake there. They definitely wanted to clear.
Yeah, I mean that I get really frustrated when people in my guild do that. It's like, just let me clear the capital.
Ooh, someone
Every
did.
time you-
Someone snuck a march in. Who is it? Oh, I don't know. I don't think it's a big march.
Okay, here we go. So we've now got the Reinhardt and a Vega backing up to clear.
Okay. This is going to be the clear, unless they. I
1,
mean,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 70 seconds now.
look what TMB's
Bingo.
done. They've completely surrounded it. It looks like ALD's trying to break through. They're trying to get vision back.
Here he comes. Bingo's coming back up.
He's trying. He is trying. I'm going to keep resetting the screen here. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. And then, do we have a name for Grandpa? Oh, God.
I honestly think those two people that sent that Stellar and the Bullet have cost it for TMB. That extra 20 seconds has probably costed them.
We still got 4 in there, and they're still getting marches in, but it looks like they're starting to move over to block vision. Starting to move over to block.
They're trying. I mean, Bingo's clearing a path. He's got some help as well. Looks like there's a couple of them. Yeah, I've got a. How big is that guy? 54 million power player. Am I reading that right? Yeah, so he's got some help trying to clear a route up there.
Yeah, I see him. I see ships bouncing in and out just for half a second. It's not registered.
Or ALD have only got one commander left.
Oh no, here comes the clear.
TMB have done it. They've cleared. Hell yeah.
Oh,
what a great.
My God, TNB with the second clear.
You go out the room more often, Mel. Interesting things happen. Bring your dad back.
No! Are you kidding me?
Bingo gets popped when he's here.
Oh my God. Okay, so we were wrong about the estimate that it would be 30 minutes to go. They did it at 40 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that. And they did it so swiftly. I mean, handedly. Just popped him. Cleared it.
But I think that's the strategy all along. I mean, Letta has proved he can pop Bingo. Now I assume he's got to beat Bingo and Sky. I assume Sky is garrisoning Bingo. That's my guess. But yeah, that was brilliant. And they all closed ranks beautifully to stop Bingo getting back up there.
Yeah, great teamwork. They even made the attempt to rush through. So proud of them. I want to show off some fan art I made for the advertising the finals. You're right. I'm not letting you in here. Oh, jeez. I can't walk away from the computer now because Grandpa knows how to get in here. Oh, God. All right, here's the fan art I wanted to show off. I thought it was hilarious. Look at that. So a member of ALD asked me, "Is that actually Bingo and Letter? Did you actually get their what do you call these things? Not fan art, but oh God. Oh. Glamour shots. No, I stole these from Google.
So I posted that on WeChat, and the Chinese all got very excited because apparently these are like reality stars or pop stars or famous people in China.
Oh.
So yeah, when they saw that you put Bingo and Letter's names next to them, they all got very excited.
I have no idea. I don't want to admit what I'll admit it. I Google searched handsome Chinese model. So
yeah, apparently these two guys are quite famous in China, according to the Chinese guys on WeChat today.
Oh, yeah, see, I don't know if Bingo and all these big spenders hate me or not, but little things like that, give them reason to. But if they like it, great. I'm still gonna do it next season.
You probably made them like 40 years younger.
Oh. Well, let's be honest.
They're pretty quite happy.
Of all the Chinese men I've met that play this game on WeChat, the most handsome one is definitely Money. Hands down. Very handsome man.
Money's in my guild.
Yeah, very handsome. Tell him I said that.
I will. He'll love you forever.
All right. Oh, can't do that. Oh, jeez.
You need somebody in there to get these games going, get these weapons loaded up.
Oh, jeez. This is the problem. This is what happens. But, I know, guys. All right, so here's what we got to do, guys. We do have to close the stream up. I am so sorry, but I have family here, and I'd love to do these finals all night. I've had a marvelous time with you, Albatross. It's been so much fun.
No, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, guys that are watching, you can always jump into the actual live stream or of the actual battle in the app. But what can I say? I mean, ALD is doing everything they know to do, the way they've always done it at the highest level. TMP knows the game, they know the counters, and they have the army to do it. And they're just going to keep playing their game. They have the point lead now that, by all means, unless a new strategy develops, which very well could, right?
They're going for the 0 now. So, yeah, like we were talking, ALD have all jumped across, and they're just trying to 0 every TMB they can.
Yeah, blast the field, clear the field, make it easier to do it next time, and just soften them up, and see who gives first. It's just it's a matter of persistence and money at this point. But that's what the finals is. It's a 12-hour battle. It's not a 2-hour battle. And it's all coming down to who wants it most. And as much as this may seem like a normal, or kind of like a waste of a time, a waste of gold, this is actually quite fun. The players that are going to be gold jumping now, crushing all the other players that aren't the big names, are going to finally get a piece of the action 2 hours in. So, you know, it's good excitement for them as well. Finally get to jump in and get a change of scenery and just absolute chaos. It's total chaos right now. So... yeah, I'd love to stay up later, but I did tell the family a 2-hour stream, and I did start a little bit early, and I don't get to see them too often, so as much as I'd love to keep it going, I do need to close it up. So thanks everyone for being here and supporting the channel, and I can't wait to find out the results tomorrow, but Season 7 starts soon after, so Grandpa's giving me problems, and that's the end of it. Everyone, have a good night. We'll see you later.
See you later, Mel.